humans of the internet! Welcome to the Gallant Horde. We have 2 brand new faces today and 3 brand new characters, which is pretty exciting. I'm excited. I hope you're all also suitably excited. So we will do introductions today because we have some new people. But before we do that, let's do our usual round of announcement-y things. So every week we give away an in-game item. This item is something you can win in chat regardless of whether you're a Horde member or not. But if you win it and you are not a Horde member, you need to gift it to a Horde member. If you are a Horde member, it will just appear in your house at some point during the mission. Today's item is the Wand of Pyrotechnics. It's completely useless, but very pretty. It basically just makes fireworks. It's great. I can think of many characters who would very much enjoy such a thing to appear. So, exclamation point shiny thing in chat to enter that to win a Wand of Pyrotechnics for your character or a character of your choice. Also, if you are not a member of the Gallant Horde, the obvious question is, why the hell not? You should join us, because it's great fun. And this that you watch on a Saturday morning, if you're in New Zealand, or Friday night, if you're basically anywhere else, is just the tip of that iceberg, man. There is so much that goes on in the Discord behind the scenes in this crazy game that we have. So if you are not a member, you should join us, because it's great fun. All you need is a level 5 D&D character. That's it. Go to our website, fill in the form, come and hang out. The other way to get access to all the crazy RP that happens in our Discord is by subscribing to our Twitch channel. You don't have to be a member of the Horde. For that, you can just subscribe and then you get access to all the Gallant Horde channels in our Discord. And you too can keep up with the stories and the romances and the heartbreaks and the people turning into penguins and the snow days and the karaoke and the fishing trips and the truly phenomenal wealth of stuff that goes on on a day-to-day basis in that space. We are currently chasing our January Birds of a Feather subscriber goal, which is 50 new or renewed subscriptions in January. If we hit that, we will do another Birds of a Feather game. At the moment, we're voting on December's one. I was meant to end that vote, but I didn't this last week because my brain exploded. So maybe after this game, we'll end that vote. I think last time I looked, it was a tie. So maybe someone should go in and break that tie. Just saying. And what Birds of a Feather is basically a D&D one-shot where we have a party of 6 and everyone in the party is a single class. So we've done bards, we've done barbarians, we're putting together a cleric's game at the moment, and we're voting on our 4th one at the moment. So yeah, drop a subscription to make that happen. Also, we have a Redbubble shop. Did you know that? It's full of cool shit. Lots of awesome stickers and mugs and magnets and hell, shower curtains with scratch on them, if that's what you're after. We have 2 new stickers that went up yesterday. Both are Artbeck themed. You should go and have a look at them. They're really funny because Artbeck is really funny. One was made by Will, who plays Artbeck, and the other was made by Tiffany, who plays Fiona, who hasn't done a mission yet, but is in the RP channels. So I think that's everything. Unless anyone else has anything they would like to talk about? Anyone?
Chat is screaming about potion.
Yeah, I'm getting to the potion. Chillax, it's on my list. I was going to make people introduce themselves and roll the potion at the same time. So let's start with the new people. Chelsey, do you want to introduce yourself?
All right. I am Chelsey, and I am playing Rumi, the Grave Cleric. Human Grave Cleric.
And our other new player?
My name is Shawnali, and I will be playing Indigo, the Fey Moth Rogue.
Very exciting. And Rex, you're playing someone new today?
I am playing a lovable idiot called Ursa Rustfur, who is a Beasthide Barbarian.
And the other 3, you can go in whatever order you want. Let's go in the order I can see you on the screen. Cheryl, you can go first.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, and I play Eerden, Moonael. I am a Fey Wanderer Ranger / Sorcerer now.
Cool. Gavin?
Hi, I'm Gavin. I play the Holy Himbo himself, Garen Curtmantle. Huzzah!
You should do the whole name.
Garen Curtmantle, Blessed of Kiri Jolith, member of the Brothers Free, Battlemaster of Kryn.
You have to think about that. I like it. Nicole.
And I am Nicole, and I play Wilde, also Beasthide Barbarian.
This is going to be amazing. I have rolled.
It's a stealth mission, folks. It's a stealth mission.
It's a stealth mission, yes.
Totally
Um,
stealth.
No.
The potion of resistance today is resistance to cold. So if chat gifts you a potion of resistance, you can take it at any point and become resistant to cold damage for an hour. Okay. On that note, I guess it's time to jump in. Today we are going to a fighting pit in the city of Aldercastle, which is in the kingdom of Althea, which is actually where my home game is based. So that's kind of fun for me. And you are going to attempt to rescue a centaur who is being held there in a sort of gladiatorial kind of vibe, because she is an ally of the lady, or more precisely, the daughter of an ally of the lady. Is there anything any of you want to do before you enter the throne room today?
Eerden is going to go up to Wilde, because she hasn't met Wilde, and introduce herself and give her a plumeria, a flower. It's like, hello, it's nice to meet you. I'm Eerden.
Hello. I thank you. I don't have a flower to give you. I'm sorry.
okay.
Thank you.
It's
very
to
nice
meet
to meet you. Yes. We have each other's backs, yes?
Always, yes.
Good.
Excellent. So you have been buffed up the wazoo, as usual, by your bevy of clerics and inspiring people and whatnot. So I think there's been an inspiring leader speech by Morwen, which has given you some.
I cried.
Yes, well,
It's very touching.
who can
Ursa looked
resist?
confused.
If Ursa didn't understand it, does Ursa still get the points? This is the question.
Well,
I have no idea. That's up to
Murmur.
you.
No. Murmur did one,
Murmur
so
gave
Ursa
the
had-
announce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murmur gave a speech first, who very specifically said she used very small
Very
words
small
so that
words.
Ursa could have it.
She
You
did.
know, good day, good smushing, those type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smush.
good
And
speech.
you've
Good
got
speech.
the usual collection of aid from all the various people and death wards. Does everyone have a death ward today?
Yep.
I believe
Yes.
so. Yep. Cool. In that case, you can. I am assuming you also have both cookies and orange slices, because that's usually a thing that happens.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. In that case, let's go on into the throne room. So you go in, and the lady is sitting on her throne, and she is wearing a very kind of traditional elvish gown, of like sky blue. And she says, welcome, adventurers. This is a first for a couple of you, I believe. I hope you are looking forward to this little jaunt. You're off to Aldercastle. I will say it's probably unwise to be using my name in Aldercastle. Just going to put that out there. And there is a fight pit there run by the Thieves Guild of Aldercastle. They call themselves the Metamorphosis. And they are... Some of the people who fight there are not entirely willing. One of whom is Typhica. She is the daughter of a dear friend of mine. So it would be good if you could get her out, please. With as minimal disruption as possible. If that's, she kind of glances at who's on this team, and you can see her going, if that's viable.
Ursa's just staring at the lady like, ooh, pretty.
We'll try.
That's all I ask. Yes, Eerden, you have a question?
Yes. Do you have a likeness or a picture of Typhica that we could see to help us aid in locating her?
Oh, of course. She kind of holds her hand out, and you see in her hand a image of a centaur with black fur on the horsebits and black hair on top of her head, kind of palish skin. Was anyone on Titania's team in the ritual? Indigo.
I
you were on
was.
Titania's. No, Indigo was not. Rumi was. Make a intelligence check for me.
Right.
That's +2, 16.
He does bear quite a resemblance to Elalia,
Okay.
who was also on that team, who is the Master of Arms at Lemendosa. But the lady doesn't say anything, she just...
Okay. Daughter to Elia, because we know that it was someone's mother in relation to you, correct?
You just spotted that, did you? Yes, this is Elalia's daughter. She is, however, younger, obviously, and somewhat more headstrong than her mother. Has a habit of getting herself into trouble. Hopefully you can get her out of it.
Is she likely to give us trouble?
Well, I hope not. I don't think she wants to be there. Well, I know she doesn't want to be there. Hopefully she will accept help getting away. Just don't mention my actual name, please.
Right.
Do we know why she ended up there in the first place?
I imagine she pissed somebody off.
It happens.
Also,
That's
she's
bad.
a pretty decent fighter, and so she would be a good show. Also, not a lot of centaurs in Aldercastle, so there's the novelty thing. Aldercastle tends more towards the elf-human gnome, if you see what I mean. Indigo, you might stand out a little.
Well, what can I say? I stand out anywhere I go.
Indeed.
So, my lady, I'm to take it that there won't be any other centaurs in the fighting pit that we're expecting? She should be the only one?
I wouldn't expect there would be any others, no.
It'll make it easier to locate. Excellent. My lady, this is essentially an extraction mission. If there are other competitors who are being held against their will, are you comfortable if we liberate them and bring them back, or liberate them and leave them where they are?
If you're able to do so without drawing too much attention and give them an option, some of them are from Elthia, so they probably would want to stay there. Just the possibility of escape, maybe all they need. It is getting quite crowded here with the constant adoption of waifs and strays. But if someone really needs a safe haven, I will not refuse them.
Understood, thank you.
If you find anyone who is not Elthian, and you'll be able to tell because of, the ears and the tails and so forth, and they do not have a way to get home, you may bring them back here and we can return them home.
Thank you, my lady.
It's very nice.
Last question.
Yes, sir.
What's a centaur?
It is a person who is half a horse.
Oh, okay.
Or a horse is half person.
Or a horse that is half a person.
Hard to tell sometimes.
Very
Oh.
dependent on the personality.
Okay.
For example, Wilde is a person who is part bear. You are a bear who is part person, Ursa.
Okay.
I didn't get that either.
It's about the personality, Garen.
Ah,
He still doesn't get it.
true.
Neither does Ursa.
Excellent.
This is going to go great.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, yes.
Before we go,
Mm.
Indigo's wings will disappear. Just to,
Yes.
they'll
that's
still
probably-
stick out, but their wings will at least be gone and protected.
That
Neat.
is
Right.
probably wise.
Oh, I fly too now. This is going to be outstanding.
Boy. Okay. Well, is there anywhere in particular you would like to be dropped? I was going to just sort of drop you in the slightly seedier part of town and let you figure out the rest for yourself. I don't know where the fight pit is itself. You will have to track it down.
Question, actually.
Mhm.
We know that there is a thieves guild there, yeah?
Correct.
And do they have any symbology that would make them recognizable?
They call themselves the Metamorphosis. My understanding is that they frequently have tattoos involving caterpillars, pupae, butterflies, moths.
Oh, excellent. So, okay.
We don't know a great deal about them. They're a relatively new guild. Nobody seems to know who leads them, for example, which is strange. But any symbology to do with, change of that nature, that's their thing.
Indigo, you have a phantom.
Alright.
I actually hadn't thought about that, but yeah.
So, in that case,
Are you,
I'm
like,
going
low-key
to make
famous?
sure that I'm very well known without anybody knowing who I am. They adjust their cloak so that their back is exposed, because when Indigo takes their wings into their body, their whole back is tattooed to look like moth wings.
Yep. That only just occurred to Jax.
Yeah.
But yep, that yep.
So
This is how we
I'm
do it.
wearing a cloak of displacement very oddly right now, but
Drooped down behind your
yeah.
It's got this image
One
of someone
shoulder.
putting a robe on, like back to front.
Just over one
A
shoulder,
snuggie.
like in that dapper kind of All right. Did you have any preference as to where I put you, or are you happy with a dark alley
shade
in
is
the
good.
slightly seedy part of town?
Yes, I think possibly
good.
CD would be best. My lady.
Seems like a good start, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And Indigo will feel at home, which is important.
Very well. She claps her hands, and you all feel this tug of teleportation in your belly.
Oh,
And you find yourselves in a dark alley, in a street, or like off a street. So the alley is off a kind of main street that looks like it's not super seedy. It's like taverns and all-purpose shops, and there are a few people wandering back and forth. It's probably late afternoon-ish. It's kind of cloudy. Yeah. What would you like to do? I don't have a map.
Garen's just on his haunches, taking a few deep breaths.
Eat your
Yeah.
ginger.
Like, Ursa's leant up against a wall,
Orange, yes.
doing something similar.
Share with Ursa, please.
Ursa, my friend, take a little piece of ginger. It helps with the nausea. Oh.
It's just gonna
I'd like
like
to say it gets better, but it really doesn't.
he'll
Not
just take what you give
particularly
him and just
pleasant,
it's
is
on.
it?
What do you want to do?
Never
love
affects
you.
Eerden. She always looks so calm. Oh, right, we're fine.
All an act.
What do you guys think? I am thinking perhaps we find some kind of tavern or inn. It will be easy to skulk about, try to find some tattoos or markings.
Sandwiches.
Yes. Or you could just walk in and say, "Well, I'm new kid. Where are we meeting?"
We could maybe not do that, I think.
That might not work, but not a bad idea. Tavern? Do you?
Yes.
We are
I
being
think-
sneaky, yes? Yes.
Well, for
Tavern's
now,
good.
just don't draw attention to yourself intentionally.
Okay. What kind of
Sneaking, I feel, is an ask.
what kind of weather are we dealing with? Like, what's the weather like?
Cloudy, not raining, but not like it's fairly dull weather. So Aldercastle is quite far north. It's just at the base of a mountain, so it's quite cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wilde just puts her hood up and she's just furs head to toe.
I mean, it's probably too warm for furs head to toe, so you're probably a
Right.
little warm. But
Right, but that's her clothes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, in that case, Ursa's gonna shrug off the top of his robes, so it just sits like hanging from his belt, because he is fur.
Yeah.
Ursa, are your weapons still like dragging behind you?
He will literally turn and check. He's like, no, all good.
Okay.
Oh dear. All
So
right,
you're looking for a tavern? Is that what has
we would like that.
Okay.
Can we hear tavern noise?
Make an investigation check. Are you just standing in the thing listening for tavern noises in the alley? Listening?
Yeah. Oh. 7.
Man,
Can
I got
Ursa
a 7
sniff
as
for
well.
one?
I'm literally just standing there looking around. No, don't see one.
There's not a tavern in this alley, no.
Can Ursa sniff a tavern?
Okay. Make a perception check. A sniffing perception check. Do you have that thing where perception checks with smell are advantage or something?
No, they're just not at disadvantage.
Okay.
So that's a 17.
You can
All
smell
right.
beer. You can definitely smell beer.
He's
There
gonna
is
get really
definitely-
excited.
A tavern somewhere in the vicinity.
He's gonna start clapping and go, I smell beer. Let's go. He's just
are
gonna follow
fair.
his nose.
If you follow Ursa's nose out of the alley, you will see that just a couple of buildings down from you is a tavern with a sign on it that says the Warty Hag.
Oh,
Let me show you
little insensitive.
the Warty Hag. From the top. You're not inside yet.
Warty Hag.
Yeah, seems a little rude, but okay.
Well. I think I knew
What
her.
bag?
All right, I am draping my cloak down so that I look very good. And I'm going to walk in like nothing, my back exposed.
Oh,
Ursa follow.
alrighty.
I will follow as well. Look like bodyguard.
Garen will go last.
I will go just before Garen.
Alrighty.
And I in front of Rumi.
Indigo
Can
Loki
Garen
has 2 huge bodyguards right now.
Okay.
Can
Please
Garen do a
hold
perception
the
check on the
tavern.
way in to see if he's got anyone on the outside looking? In case
Sure.
they've got guards or anything. Yeah.
Go for it. So. No, that's not what I wanted. I want reveal. Reveal. This is the entrance. To pop you in there. So put yourselves in the order you're walking into this tavern, and Indigo's in front showing off their tattoo.
Being really good looking. Just
Obviously.
super hot.
There is a bodyguard of sorts, or like a bouncer kind of figure. There. who appears to be some sort of half ogre. He goes, "Hi."
Hello.
Grunt back.
Yeah.
I nod.
Kind of just gestures in. He's just really there to make sure that the riffraff are not around. You don't seem like, or the really riffraff, the kinds of people who show up and start brawls every night.
Yeah, that's
So-
not us. We're good.
Yeah.
Not us, no.
You can go on in if you wish.
Oh, we do.
Okay, in that case, here, have a tavern. It is a relatively nice, for, it's a dive bar, but it's a nice dive bar. There are a number of different people around. Oh, I forgot to put her in there. Hang on. There is, in fact, a barkeep. I even have a token for her, but I forgot to put her in, so bear with me while I go and find her. Please hold
She's
for
on
barkeep.
break.
She is not. She's definitely paying attention to what's going on around her. Where is she, though? Did I not make... Anyway, she's a halfling. Not a halfling, sorry, a gnome. She is a gnome. She is standing on a box behind the bar. Doing that classic barkeep, clean the countertop thing.
They're always doing that. Really weird.
There's one spot very, very clean. Just
Yes.
perfect. Everything else a mess.
Yeah,
Just-
because
Rest of
every
it
now and then,
party.
every now and then she gets down, moves the box, gets back up, does a different section. And as you walk
do
in,
you
she
want
looks
to
up and
arrange-
she goes, "Oh, new faces."
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hello, and greetings to you too. You're definitely not from here.
What? What gives you that idea?
I know everyone here.
Yeah, that probably gives it away, huh?
Well, what can I get you?
Well- Oh, well, my entourage and I were just taking in the local sites,
Oh, yeah?
and we were wondering if there was anything interesting going on, maybe entertainment we could partake in.
Sort of entertainment are you interested in? There is a lovely theatre, I believe, up near the palace. They do delightful operas, occasional musicals, sometimes even the odd pantomime. Is that the sort of thing you have in
Ooh.
mind?
Ooh, Panto.
Could be nice.
Somebody at the door.
I look at Eerden and I hope she can telepathically feel me going, damn these barbarians, like going
I
oof
open it like-
Hanto.
So you hear in your mind. Just tell me what you're thinking. Because I can do that with you for a minute. You can just tell me.
All right.
Just the two of us.
Eerden, we have to be the face because it's not gonna be these ones, you know? It's got to be us.
Okay.
She can
Do you want me
already
to come
tell
there
that
with
we're
you?
not from here. Oh, absolutely. Come here. You're pretty.
Okay. Send me some ideas of where we should go. Look, I'm trying to talk like you now. Sorry.
It's good. It's good sound. I mean, I like.
You can't hear it because it's in my head, but that's okay.
Oh, I say to no one in the air.
It's about to appear in August.
the clientele in this tavern.
Yeah.
What sorts are we looking at?
Make a... I mean, they're the sort of people who would prefer the seat in the shadows, except for the bard who is sitting strumming a lyre. But these are Indigo would knows right? These are not
Yeah,
these are not upstanding
not-
citizens of Aldercastle.
yeah. We don't have, high face sitting in.
No,
I wouldn't
definitely
say it.
not. The bard looks half elven, but not. So he's sort of leaning into that a little bit, like he's got the long elven hair and the robes and so on, but he's clearly not a pure elf. And he's sitting there just kind of strumming fairly in a not drawing too much attention to himself way on this like little, I'm thinking of a banjo, but like a fantasy banjo.
Fantasy banjo. All right.
I think she means
In her
lute.
head,
Lute, thank you, that was the
Eerden.
word. I was like, lyre, that's like a harp, that's the wrong thing. Lute is what I wanted.
Eerden will hear in her head, I'm sorry, remember I am not Miss Ickle. This is just for show. And I very, very flirtily drape myself over Eerden. And I kind of curl her hair in my finger. And I say to the barkeep, well, my lady needs some entertainment if you understand what I mean.
And I'll just stand there all
not into
high elven,
pantomimes then.
regally.
Not so
Nonchalant.
much, no.
I see. So she is what? Wanting to rough it a little. Play on
He
the
would
wrong side of the tracks and all that.
Exactly, but you know how they are. They don't want the dirty, but they want to view the dirt, you know?
Mm-hmm. She might get herself killed, you realize that?
I'll just glance at Indigo and shrug, and then look back at the bartender.
Well, I mean, there is a place. It's run by Atron. Do you know Atron? You do not know Atron.
Can I do a quick insight to see if knowing Atron would be a good thing?
Sure. Make an inside check.
That is a 21.
The way she says it, it implies that this is someone who probably has a certain amount of pull in the underworld of Aldercastle. Yep.
I've kind of turned because I'm draping, right? On Eerden, who is much smaller than me, so
Yeah.
I've
Not too much smaller.
but with the cloak and everything, it's a lot of bulk. And so my back is exposed for the barkeep to see, and I say, the name is familiar.
That's some tattoo you have there.
It's very expensive.
I can tell. But you're not from here, are you?
I don't think many people are ever really from where they are currently.
Well, Atron runs a fighting circle. It's fairly exclusive, but someone of your caliber, I'm sure, would have no problem gaining entrance.
Would you be able to tell me how to get there?
It's the sort of thing which you get to because you know where it is. And if the name sounds familiar and you are as well connected as you appear, you shouldn't need me to tell you. Oi, pick up that glass! God damn it, leaving glass all over my floor.
DM Garen's just stayed out the back here so that he can see anyone coming in or out. So anyone who comes in or out has to pass Garen.
Yep, that's
Just
all
so,
good.
just in case anyone's going, oh, we're talking, and I'm leaving. I'm like, I want to know about you.
Yep, fair.
Yeah, are any of our quieter party members taking in the sights around us?
I'm looming.
I'm being very quiet. You can be very, very proud.
Passer's doing what he was told and just trying to be quiet.
I think Rumi would be scanning the room to see if there's anybody worthwhile talking to.
Make a perception check.
That was a natural 1. +4 for 5.
There's no one of particular interest to you.
At all.
Rumi, you haven't really moved in these circles
No.
ever, I don't think. So your
No.
ability to tell the difference between a random dude drinking a beer and a mastermind crime lord is, well, 4 out of a lot.
Indigo will hear in her head. Do you think money will get her to talk?
Oh, probably. Money gets anybody to talk if there is enough of it.
So she will look at the bartender. Very just like this is beneath her, but how much to get the information we want? Please.
Are you suggesting I might be open to bribery, milady?
No, I'm suggesting you're underpaid and I'm willing to I'll help out with that.
I see. Well, perhaps you buy a round of the best ale I have in the house and drop a tip. And then maybe I just quietly let slip where the fighting pit is. How about that?
Sure.
Excellent. She brings out 5, I guess, since Garen is not there. Very
That's just
large
walked off.
mugs of ale.
Ursa, Ursa, go back. Turn around,
This-
Ursa. Turn around.
Your friend left. Do you want the beer for him or not?
Yes, we'll take it. I've
That'll
already
be
pulled it.
Betsy. 5? Shall we call it 100 gold?
Sure. Here's
Wild.
150.
Wild leans in and goes, "It's very expensive drinks."
It's okay. You're worth it. You guys do wonderful work for me.
Okay.
And she gives you 150 gold.
Cute.
And passes out the beer to the ale to everybody.
It is exceptional beer, you guys. Really, really good.
Ursa is happy.
Probably not worth 150 gold, but very, very good.
Indigo and
Any
Eerden have
movement
already
in
been
the bar,
talking.
DM,
In and
at
out.
the drop of that money?
What's that? Garen?
Any movement at the bar with the drop of that money? Did that
I would
cause
assume
anyone to...
it's done with a certain amount of discretion, I would assume. Do you want to make a sleight of hand check for me, Eerden, please?
Do I have advantage? Yes or no? Indigo.
I have.
Give you advantage because
mean,
Indigo is enough to distract anyone.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 19 plus 4, so 23.
Yep. Nah, so that's fine. And the barkeeper's also probably quite well versed in this sort of thing. So between you manage to, the money just disappears.
Cool.
It's not where you would expect. You might need to find yourselves in one of the more upmarket suburbs. And she kind of gives you directions to an area of town that is what in a modern city would be suburbia. It's like, middle class kind of nice houses, but not the really fancy expensive stuff. Atron lives there, and his house is, well, not a house, if you get my drift.
Out of game, like how far away is that from the tavern? Or
A half an hour's walk. Her tavern is kind of on the edge of, like, she's trying to draw from both markets, if you see what I mean. So it's kind of on the edge of where the good part of town turns into the bad part of town. So
And none of the patrons.
she gets the criminal element, but she also gets you know, the slightly wealthier people who want to live a bit wild. So you are not a surprise to her.
And none of the patrons are watching the party at the bar from Garen's vantage point?
Make a perception check. You actually, the doors are closed, so you can't tell.
Oh, are they? Oh.
They're like
Sorry.
saloon doors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I had not known that.
Sorry.
So
I
no
thought
one's,
you were
no one's.
watching, you were watching the entrance. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I was thinking.
Yeah,
I could see both
those
ways.
would have been like those, you know,
Sure.
saloon style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. That's all right. No one's coming. I was guarding the door. That's cool.
No one's come in or left at this stage.
Cool.
In my job as bodyguard, is anyone paying attention to our group?
Make a perception check.
Do that. Ew! Natural 20 plus 4, 24.
Everyone
Ew.
is paying attention to your group. Everyone in this room. They're not being obvious about it, but you're a bunch of brand new people, and one of you's a moth with big wings tattooed on their back. And that's a symbol of a brand new thieves guild in this town. So everyone in this room is paying attention to you to a greater or lesser degree. Even the bard is like, right?
I just
like,
lean in.
yeah,
I'll lean into
everyone has taken note. Yeah.
I'll lean into Indigo and Eerden and just be like, we are popular. Not necessarily in the good way.
I take a little bit of my curly purple mullet and I flip it and I go, I know.
Alright, what do you want to do?
We should probably go though, before more attention falls on us.
I'm going to take my drink.
Mhm.
And I'm going... This guy right here. Who is this?
Which guy, what, right, where? Oh, yeah? He looks like
Yeah.
your average kind of big, beefy, muscle, probably good at beating people up kind of dude.
All right. Me and my
He
beverage.
looks human. He looks human, but
Yeah.
he's big for a human, even. Artor sized. Maybe not quite as big as Artor.
I go over and I give him my drink and I kind of do one of these and I go, "You're cute. See you later." And I walk out.
He's just like, he's now holding 2 drinks and is very confused. He's like, huh. Puts down the one he was drinking and drinks your one because it's much better ale. He's drinking the cheap shit.
What?
Indigo, problem?
No problem. We know where we're going.
Doors have been clear. Let's go.
But you're all leaving?
Wilde pounds her drink and just leaves the mug and
Like,
Follows
Ursa's
everyone
was
out.
long gone. Ursa's was gone the moment you gave it to him, so...
Who is the last one to leave?
Garen will go last.
But you're outside. I mean, who is the last one to leave the actual bar?
Probably Rumi. She's gonna make sure everyone gets out.
Make a perception check, Rumi, as you leave.
Come on, Rumi!
Rumi.
You do, I think, all have Twitch inspiration at this point, which means you can re-roll a d20 at any time if you wish.
I don't need it this time. I have a
Okay.
21.
Cool. As you're leaving, you watch the bartender's eyes flick to someone in the corner, the far corner, this like dark area right up at the top right-hand side. And they kind of, their eyes meet, and he just sort of makes a little like nod thing. He doesn't move, but yeah. There's definitely a communication that has happened there.
She'll just like, can I see any detail of that individual?
He is
At
sitting
all?
in shadow. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. It's a 5.
Humanoid?
Okay.
Hard to say. Very much faces in shadow, not, yeah. Like, you could
Okay.
see the movement, but no distinguishing features.
I will join my compatriots and be like, we should step outside and have a quick conversation outside.
Should we return to our initial alleyway?
To the alleys.
This is like our
Yeah.
home.
Yes.
I love it.
Let's
Alright.
go.
So you all leave.
Small, narrow corridor, open from both sides. Yeah, great place. Let's go there.
Ursa will nod to the guard on the way past and just sort of like, yeah, like just sort of look at him and just like, bored. And just follow the rest of them out.
He goes, ugh, fights sometimes.
Fight. Mm. It's just going to follow the rest of them out.
All about the smoosh, not about the brains. Both of you. Alright,
Yep.
cool. So you go into your little alley.
So our lovely barkeep definitely signaled to someone as we were making our exit. So there was some type of
Everyone-
communication.
Everyone in the bar was watching us.
But this was definitely I feel like we're going to have eyes on us as we make our way
I agree.
to where we're going. They're going to know we're coming.
Nobody came or
You
left, so there was no communication while we were in the bar. They were probably left now.
You want me to tail you guys?
What is
You're
our
our ticket in.
purpose? What is our purpose in approaching this guild?
Erden said
They
something
are the
about
one-
me smushing.
Atrin
Yes, if we need
hosts
if we
the
need-
fight pit in his abode. We need access to that
Yeah.
abode.
right.
Do
I've
we
talked to
think
Ursa.
that- Do we think that they actually hold the members there for the fight when they're not fighting?
If
If
it's
you
like
want to
last
like-
fight pit,
If it is like
Well-
pits that I have seen in the past, fighters are often on premise, especially if there are fights going on that night.
And also, not all fighters are there willingly, so it's possible that they have some sort of cell down there.
Would be easier to keep them near where they need them, yes?
barrel room.
Yeah.
No danger in transportation if no transportation is needed.
Right.
Fair.
So
But-
to this man's house? Which is not
I
house?
think
Yeah.
it's best.
If we need a distraction or a way in besides just what we said at the bar, I have spoken to Ursa and he would be willing to fight if we need a fighter for distraction purposes.
Mm.
Not first
As
time.
I know you don't want to. It's an option.
But let us get moving. They already have a bit of a head start on us. If I tail you, I can try to follow and see if anybody is following you.
All right.
You want to go alone?
No, I want to watch you go and follow you from behind.
By yourself?
How
I
far
mean-
back?
Only about 30 or 40 feet.
30. No more than 30.
Let's say stay
You
in
know,
touch.
I can get to you very quickly if I need to.
I need to be able to get to you, so stay within 30, just in case.
Okay. Okay, Garen. 30 feet.
Indigo, every so often I'll ping you. Then we'll have the connection for a minute.
Okay.
Is there a limit to how many times you can do that? Or is that just a thing you can do?
It's just a thing.
Cool.
Rumi can
When we get in
also
combat,
message.
I won't. Yeah, when we get in combat, it's like a bonus action, so I won't
Right,
probably
I
be
see.
doing it in combat.
Okay.
So.
All good. Sweet. All right.
Okay, so the
Right,
rest
head
of
out.
us look dangerous and go.
So, make Eerden look important.
Yes.
Let's all just flank Eerden then.
Yes, back to bodyguard position.
And I will be sure to stay within 30 feet. But I'm trying to be sneakier and watch for people watching them.
Okay.
Well, if we scan things out, set things out, you can probably be 50 or 60 feet from Eerden, and I could be in the middle. That'll give you some time between the parties.
I'll be on Eridan's arm. That way, if she needs to make any checks or anything, I can buff her right then and there.
All right.
Cool. So, Eerden and Rumi at the front. And then Garen, Wilde, and Ursa a bit further behind. And then
Yes,
Indigo skulking in the shadows. Do I have that right?
Ursa is literally going to be right behind Eerden.
Okay. Cool.
And Garen will
Sweet.
be about 20
While-
feet back from Ursa, playing the link to give Indigo some more space
Gotcha.
at the back.
Wilde will be near Ursa. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, Eerden, can you please make a survival check? This is to see how well you can find this place based on the instructions given to you by the barkeep. With whatever
I help?
buffs Rumi gives you.
With some guidance?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Twitch inspiration, but I will take guidance too.
Okay.
Oh, much better. That's a 19 on the dice, plus 6, so 25.
Yep.
And guidance.
So, her instructions were pretty straightforward. You managed to follow them quite well, and you will find yourself in front of a fairly ordinary-looking house. It looks like this. Let me show you.
Just as a side note, Jax.
Yep.
For my following, I rolled a 22 for perception to make sure they're not being followed.
All right. Can you also roll me stealth, please?
Absolutely.
And anyone else looking around can also roll me perception.
So that's 21 for stealth.
Nice.
Ooh.
Garen will take a
22
perception roll
perception.
in his position too.
Yep.
Yeah, 22 for Wild looking around.
$11.
Wild and Indigo, you both notice a unusually large rat that seems to be just scuttling along the side of the buildings, but it's definitely scuttling along the same buildings that you're walking on.
Eerden, have you pinged me?
Yeah, I've been doing it. So if after every 60 seconds, I've been doing it. So
All right.
we haven't opened.
So you know about the rat.
Okay.
Like at first glance, it just looks like a rat, like you would expect in a city, but it's bigger than usual, and it's definitely following the same path as you.
And how far away is it from me?
It's probably about 10 feet behind Garen, because it did not see Indigo.
So I talked to Indigo. What do you want to do? Do you want to see what it does?
I can either get the jump on it, or we can just let it continue to follow us. It has not seen me.
All right, we'll let it follow us a little bit longer.
All right.
And Wilde leans forward and goes, "There is rat following us."
I lean back.
And
And I'm
Ursa
like,
being Ursa is like, where?
Ursa,
You did, Ursa
I'll
does
look
not
at-
see the rat, I assume.
Ursa rolled a 3.
Yeah, nah. You have
Rumi
no idea.
rolled
What even
a
is a
nat
rat?
1.
Also,
should I kill it?
no,
I can kill it.
No, shh. We're going to see what it does. We're gonna
Okay.
just it hasn't noticed Indigo.
accent
And
is
I'm,
catching.
I know. And
It's infectious. What can I say?
trying new things out. I'm whispering the whole time. I'm telling them, like, well, we're going to continue and see what happens next. But thank you.
Okay, you let me know.
So the part of town you have now entered definitely has a few city guards around it. Just FYI, they're not really paying much attention to you because you have an elf with you. But they are around and just kind of, it looks like just sort of standard patrols. But yeah, and then you get outside this building. Who are you? Oh no, you shouldn't be there. Go away. And it is just it looks like just a normal kind of middle class house. Nothing particularly fancy, quite nice, but not, just a very average looking house.
Posh house.
Perhaps too average.
Make an
Rumi
insight check,
will-
Garen the Blessed. Just for fun.
Inside.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Come on. Hit me with it.
+7, so it's a 9.
A 9.
Oh,
It's a nice house. You're quite surprised that a potential crime boss type lives in such an ordinary house.
here? Not here. The shingles are too well kept.
Surely not.
The veranda is nicely painted. This is a quality establishment. Probably
And-
owned by a nana with 3 cats.
And the only people we can see on the street are the 2 guards that we can
Yep.
see there? Yeah.
Correct.
Are they watching the house? Do they seem to be watching the house?
Make a perception check. Or an insight check. Either will do.
Doesn't matter. Alright. Oh, natural 20 again for 24.
How are you doing this?
She's stolen my rolls.
You can share
one-
them.
Except for my ones.
Kick them.
The one on the left looks like he's just on patrol. He doesn't seem to be paying any particular attention to anything. The one closest to you on the map, although I just dumped you, so you can be anywhere on the map you want. You don't have to be standing right in front of the house. Does appear to be lingering in a way that suggests that he is watching this house in particular.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So which
Is
house
he
is it?
dressed?
It's this one with the cart in front of it. And the
Oh,
tree
okay.
and the nice bench here.
Oh,
So he's kind of under this lamppost, and he's sort of moving around, but he looks like he's just he's lingering in a way that is not just a city guard. taking
Is
a wonder,
he
you know?
is he dressed the same as the city guard?
Yep.
He is, okay.
Are his
Where
arms
is the
covered?
rat? Are his arms covered? Yes. He's
Yeah,
wearing
where's the
like
rat?
full suit of armor.
Okay.
Pretty much,
This
like
is
it's a
good
whole
question.
uniform. Yeah. Where's the rat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The rat stays about 10 feet behind Garen the Blessed. So wherever he is, the rat is kind of keeping pace. So if you've stopped, he's also stopped.
Have we told Garen the Blessed that he has a rat behind?
No one has told Garen, as far as I know.
Oh, he was too
Nope.
far behind.
Nobody's.
I can go
Yeah,
place
nobody's close
up to you.
enough.
I can try to mime, but
One word sounds like Scared. You're scared. No, fear. Constipated. I don't know. I've never been good at this game.
Can you put yourselves where you think you would actually be on the street in relation to what you can see, just for my own
This
benefit?
is the entrance, right? That's the entrance
Correct.
to that house?
Yeah,
okay.
yep. There's like a little awning with a nice door. It looks like just a family home.
Mm-hmm.
The rat just got a potion of resistance. Thanks, Wazerton.
Of course it was Wazerton.
I was like, cold, that doesn't really matter, but it does if your rogue has a knife that makes cold damage and the chat gives it to the rat.
Yeah. Yeah, rude.
Cool. So that's where you are. So I would say that in that case, the rat. Do I have a rat? Hang on. Let me find a rat. I must have a rat. Surely. I do have a rat. There we go. The rat is like. Gonna actually put him on the map, like here. Kind of in the shadows, keeping pace. Garen is unaware of it, as far as I know. I think the only people aware of it are Wilde, Eerden, and Indigo at this stage.
Would Rumi have heard Wilde talking to Eerden?
Make a perception check. Since your last one wasn't
So
that one, I'm gonna give you another shot at overhearing the whispered thing.
It's a 9.
Ursa didn't whisper.
Ursa didn't whisper, but Wilde
No.
did.
Say, well, tried to lean in.
I would say yes, if you were that close, probably.
Probably, yeah. Wild's whisper is not very whisper.
It's like a stage whisper.
Exactly, yes. This is as quiet as I get.
I understand.
I was about
Rumi
to
will
say,
use message to Eerden
Mhm.
and ask, do we want to take a detour in this alley to question the rat?
Squeaker, squeaker, squeak, squeaker, squeak.
Yes.
We are squeaking.
yeah, let's go this way, and we'll fill in Ursa and Wilde, and Garen,
Okay, I can do that
And-
as well.
and I'll let Indigo know.
Okay. So then Rumi will message Garen.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Watch out.
There is a rat following us. We're going to detour into the alley to capture and question. You can reply to this message.
Another alley.
It's a rat in a city. Color me surprised.
So where are you guys moving? Which alley?
Yep, I was about to ask that same question.
Do you have to, when you cast message, is that out loud or is that in your head?
It's in your head.
Okay, so I wouldn't have.
So which alley are you going into?
Which
Should
one did
we
you
go
wanna
back
go?
to our alley
This
on
one,
the other
Rumi?
side of town?
Too far. A 30-minute walk.
I think Rumi would start pulling Eerden like towards this way to get like down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's also
So I
not,
will-
there's not a lot of alleys. This is not an alley sort of part of town. There are,
Well,
slightly narrower streets than other.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean
but it's not
away.
like- yeah.
Yeah, like away from our intended target.
Is this a bench?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
We
is a
could go
bench.
sit on the bench.
That's in view of guards.
But
yeah,
it's far away.
When I
This
get away
alley is
from the
next to house. They may see us.
But maybe if you wanted to like pace this road, like come down this
Mhm.
way and then kind of circle back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, all right. Just
Okay.
casually strolling.
Cool. Indigo, you're following them, I assume?
That will be what I am doing, yes.
Can you please make me another stealth check? Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Probably fine, because my dice are being true to form.
18.
Cool.
That's low for me.
Yeah. But also I rolled like shite. Oh my god. Okay. As you're walking along, you hear, all of you probably, unless you roll a nat 1, hear the scuttle, scuttle, scuttle of rat legs as it keeps pace with you along the house and will follow you around. So if you're all going around, it's following you more obviously than it thinks it is.
Can I speed up a bit and sleight of hand try to scoop this rat off the street?
So it's technically a giant rat.
Yeah.
Like ROUS.
Yeah, so how big is a giant
Like
rat?
it's like scooping a dog off the street. So it's a little harder, but
Yeah, I would say it's probably something like that.
They're about 3 feet, so the size of your average toddler.
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
okay.
Yep. So you can scoop that up.
All right, I
Yes.
do. Do you want me to roll sleight of hand?
I would say yes. Yes.
All right,
And I'm
I
gonna
have
roll,
advantage on that right now.
I'm going to roll Dex on its behalf to see if it can avoid you.
Okay, 19.
So it'll be contested. Probably not then. Nope. I rolled a 5. So 7.
All right,
So yep, you can scoop that rat up.
I have a rat.
You do. It's wriggling. It's like, and squeaking, and like it is trying to escape from your arms right now. So where have you all gone? Down to this
Behind.
road at the
How
back.
far are we?
I assume that this happened while it was,
Yeah.
chasing you round the corner. Cool. So Indigo, you have the rat.
And I
Awesome.
bring it to my comrades.
Awesome. All right.
Knowing
I
I'm
have
not
the
going
rat.
to be helpful with that, I'm going to keep an eye down that ginnel and down the street.
Okay. Cool. What do you want to do with the rat?
I have it.
I
So
brought Zone of Truth today, so we could
No.
do that. I don't know how you want to pop the rat out, but I can
Give,
set that
give
up.
me the word and I will shank this rat. Do you want me to?
Yes.
All right.
Drew's confused.
I whip out the Nartor dagger
Mhm.
and I shank this rat in the side.
Make an attack roll with advantage because you're
Yeah.
literally holding onto it.
That
Oh,
will
no.
be a dirty 20 to hit.
And that hits. Roll damage, please.
So that is that's 8 points of piercing.
Uh-huh.
And then I actually have to physically roll the cold damage.
Cold, yep. I will say that
and
as you
that-
shank the rat, it changes from a rat into a humanoid person.
Yeah. So it took 8 points
We're
of
so
piercing
shocked.
and 1 cold.
And 1 cold, so it doesn't take the cold because it's resistant.
Yeah.
It is now. Oh, hang on. It is now a humanoid person, but it still has a rat's head. So it has changed into
Ah.
this guy. Be gone, rat. And it goes, ah! You don't need to stab me. What the fuck? Jeez. You could have
Well,
just
you could have
like-
changed.
asked questions like a normal person. Fucking
You were
hell.
following us.
I was
you could
just
have
walking
talked to
down
us.
the road. You just happened to be going the same way as me.
Don't
Wait.
bullshit me.
Okay, and at this point, Rumi will cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
So charisma save.
Wilde will pull out her hunting trap in an attempt at intimidation, just showing the rat that she has it.
Oh.
Big
Does-
hunting trap.
It does not save. I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay, good.
You all
so-
under the effects?
I was going to say, so unfortunately, that is technically everybody.
Everyone. So you can all roll a charisma save.
Oh.
Oh, that was almost another natural 20. 2.
I rolled
Well,
a 2 as well. So
You
5.
are
16.
obliged to tell the truth. Eerden
It's
is
an
obliged to tell the truth.
Garen the Blessed won't bother saving. You can cast down
Okay.
a trick on him. He don't care.
He tells the truth anyway.
Yeah, it's not like he goes around lying anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what did you
Indigo.
Ursa, what did you get?
Like 6.
And Indigo.
It's an
Who
8.
got-
They're getting real
Cool.
quiet.
Everyone is telling the truth.
Everyone, literally everyone.
Yep.
I
Alright.
feel bad for the rat man.
I'm
I
hungry.
don't.
That's nice of you.
You still shouldn't have been following
I know,
us, though.
Ursa,
You were following us.
soon.
It was very
I wa-
obvious.
I was following you because
Yes, I know.
Yeah, because
Because
why were you following
what
us?
did you do?
Why are you following us?
Because Hannah told me to.
Oh, Hannah. And you like
The
Hannah.
bard.
Hannah copper trick. I had to look that up. Hannah Coppertrick. She's the bar lady at the Warty Hag. She's great. Best beer.
She's really nice.
She is nice. She said I should keep an eye on you, so I did.
Is that all she told you?
Why?
Why? Because look at you. You look super dodgy, even for this place.
Says rat.
Stand out. You're new, and you have those wings on your back. Do you know what that means in this town?
Do
It's
you know
time
what
to
that
be new?
means in this town?
Hell yeah.
What does it
What's
mean
that?
to you, little rat friend?
It means you have a real pretty back.
You're
What
not
else
wrong.
does it mean?
If you know, you know.
What's your name, rat
And I-
friend?
I don't know.
What's my name? I am going to not answer that question.
Can I eat the rat?
Are you a rat or are you person?
Yes.
That wasn't to
Okay.
you, Ursa. That yes was not for you.
he looks very disappointed.
I am both of those things.
Did Hannah tell you anything else in regards to us?
Just there wasn't really a conversation. It was an understood thing, you know.
What do you usually do when you have an understood thing after you follow?
I think that I should not answer that question either. He looks confused, like by the fact that he can't lie to you, but he's kind of wising to it.
Can I smush rat now?
I think you
Not
just picked the
yet.
5th.
There's no such thing in Aldercastle, but I go
Rat
now?
friend? No. Rat
Oh.
friend.
yeah,
I need to ask you, have you ever been to the fight pit before?
yeah.
Could you get us in?
I'm not sure that I have that kind of pull. You can probably get
Can you
yourselves
tell
in
me?
though, because
How?
and he kind of gestures at Eerden and then gestures at Indigo's back, like you fucking idiots. Of course you can get into this place.
All right, little rat
What-
friend.
Mm.
Oh, Wilde.
Oh, I was going to say, what else can you tell us about Art? What's his name? Owns the house. That's not the house.
Atron.
Atron. Atron. You know Atron?
Well, I know of.
What do you know of them?
you know, he likes nice suits and he likes money, and he used to be just a fucking loser like the rest of us, and then now he lives out here, so, you know, I guess he's done okay for himself.
Why you say the rest of you? You're not a loser. You have friends. You're friends with the bar people.
That's
Do not
kind
be
of
so
you to
hard
say.
on you. Yes.
I mean, that's great, but you know what it's like. You try to do the best you can, and you're just struggling all the time, and then you do some jobs, and then they take a percentage of the jobs, and you know,
Yes.
it's hard. It's hard
It's
being
rough.
just a little rat person in Aldercastle. I'm just
It's
saying.
rough,
I've
yes,
been
I
there.
could imagine.
How much
Do
do
you
they
know
pay?
when the next fight is set to happen? Do
Oh,
they
I
fight
think-
every night?
I think they're probably fighting tonight. It won't be starting yet though for a couple of hours.
Do
Do
they
you
keep
know?
the
Yeah.
fighters there?
Yeah, there's a whole. You haven't been there before? It's like you go into. Oh shit. Am I supposed to say? You know what? You've been nice
Yeah.
to me. You go into the house and then you go down some stairs and there's a whole fucking complex under there. Big
Right.
arena.
Right, right.
There's stuff out the back where they keep the fighters. There's like cool little carts that sell street food. Quite nice.
Sandwiches.
Food carts.
Well, rats on sticks. I don't eat those. That would be weird. Like, you know, they kind of
I can do
based it
that.
in this weird pastry shit.
Rat sounds good.
I am going to pass our rat friend my very fresh and beautiful orange slices.
Oh, these look delicious. Are they poisoned?
And there. No, I
Are you-
cannot tell you a lie literally right now. They are not
Okay.
poisoned. They are
He's gonna
fresh
eat the
today.
orange. He's gonna eat the orange slices. Man, those are good. You don't get a lot of fresh fruit.
Oh, it's very
I
important.
know.
You need fresh fruit every day. 5 portions if possible.
He's
Yeah,
good for your
well.
teeth.
Sometimes I can find some slightly old fruit left outside of places where rich people eat, you know? But
Do you want to tell me your name now, rat friend?
my names are, you know, when people know names, then they can come back later. You can call me
I know.
Bob.
All right, Bob.
What if we want to go back to Hannah and say you were very helpful? We want to say, hey, Bob, great guy. She's not going to know who we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want Hannah to know how much I've told you guys. Not gonna lie. You've been
Understandable.
nice, but like,
Good
I've sort of
point.
live here, you know.
Better
Bob,
yet,
who's the
Bob.
current pit fighter champion?
Oh, they've got this like horse lady. She's great.
Oh,
How long
okay.
has she been champ?
Nobody seems to be able to beat her. She's been there, oh, I don't know, a couple of months maybe. She's fierce, man. I've seen her fight. She's a badass. I wouldn't want to fight her. Those
How
hooves.
does she
Hmm?
fights with her hooves?
Sometimes she bites people. She smacks them with things.
You smush good.
All right.
So
What do you
each
guys say?
each night there's a fight. The champion fights.
Not necessarily.
Can anyone challenge a champion from the floor?
I mean, I don't really know. I've never tried to fight there. You'd probably have to talk to the organizers or something.
Do we know any of the names of the organizers? Bob?
Well, Atron is the main.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Who else?
Oh, he has a couple of people that are always with him. One's a blue lady.
Blue lady?
I don't know her name though. And then there's a big guy with like weird tattoos on his head. Looks like
How
tiger
big?
striped, like stripes, like maybe like fiery colors. Pretty big. Pretty big. I mean,
I'll
I'm
look to
just a little
Ursa.
guy, you know, but yeah, about as big as him.
You have been outstandingly cooperative. This has gone swimmingly.
I
Yes, thank you.
honestly kind of think that you're still gonna stab me, so I'm a bit worried, but you know.
No.
I have no reason to stab you currently.
Again.
I have
Wow.
literally stabbed no one in months.
It's
That-
true. He
it-
doesn't stab people.
I
not
don't
as
stack you.
comforting as you might think. That just makes
Oh.
it sound like maybe you're missing the experience.
Oh no, that
I
wasn't my
try to
intent. That
tell
was
people
supposed to
this
ease
all
you.
the
That-
time.
Supposed to ease you and make you feel much more calm.
Can I go now, please? How long does Zone of Truth last? Out of
10
curiosity.
minutes.
Okay.
Should we let Bob go?
Bob, if
One
you weren't
last-
doing this, what would you like to be doing instead?
What's your 5-year plan?
I don't really know. Maybe a
Or-
little. You know what? I might like to run a little restaurant or a cafe, but people don't trust rats.
Called
so
Ratatouille.
you would
That'd be
love-
nice.
Are you in love with Hannah?
No.
We're all under the zone of truth, aren't we?
Yes.
Indigo,
yes.
you're in love with Hannah.
No. Gavin, are you in love with Hannah?
I'm not sure I saw Hannah. I don't know who that was. I didn't go in.
Garen, is there anything going on with you and Fiona?
Yes. We're training. I'm also teaching her how to be a medic.
Damn this man.
I feel like you guys have some stuff you need to work out before the Zone of Truth is over. I'm gonna just leave if that's
Wait.
okay with you.
Bob, would you be able to show us into the fighting pit? Is there like a back door?
Knock
if-
on the door, tell them you're here to see Atrin. Shimmy your back at them and you should be sweet.
But if we wanted to go in undetected, you help us, we help you.
I don't know about that. I usually just go through the front door.
You help us, we don't kill you.
If there's a back door, I don't know about it.
Okay.
All right. That seems truthful.
Yes. Thank you, Bob. You've been very helpful.
Bob,
I'm gonna go now. Yeah.
You want the
One
cookie?
last thing. What
Don't
were you
tell Hannah.
supposed to tell him?
What?
What were you supposed to tell Hannah?
Just what you're up to, you know.
Oh.
New people in
Oh,
town asking about Atrin and the fight pit. She just likes to know what's going on.
yeah, going into the fight pit. Here's a cookie.
We're doing exactly what we told
He
her we
takes
were
the
going
cookie.
to do.
Is it poisoned?
No, why do
No.
you think everything's poison?
You've obviously never lived on the streets or been a rat. And he eats the cookie.
No, I grew up with bears.
People don't hate bears the way they hate rats. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, there's some medical
Oh.
evidence that suggests that sugar has similar effects to poison over a long period of time. It's certainly highly addictive, says the battle
Garen.
cleric. I don't know whether
Garen.
we can honestly say that it's not. Sugar's really.
Garen,
Yes.
He's
I'd
like-
say this with
He's halfway through the cookie and he's like,
yeah.
So
I'd
it
say
is-
this with
I mean,
utmost kindness.
the cookie is pretty much a splash of diabetes. It really is. You have to be.
No, Garen,
what is
nobody wants to know about
diabetes?
that.
It's the
It's not
magical
poison.
disease.
It's fine.
It's fine. The cookie's fine.
Well, I've eaten half of it, so if I'm gonna die, I'm
You
able
can
to
eat the
die
cookie.
happy and full. And he's gonna eat
I-
the rest of it.
Exactly.
Only have 3 or 4 a day. It's all part of a very balanced diet. It's the key is a balance. Fruit and
Can we go
vegetables.
now?
Bit of a cookie. This is important.
Yeah, let's.
Cool. I'm gonna say that Zone of Truth is not done
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure it's been at least 10 minutes by now. And he's gonna go, well, it's been great meeting you all. If you don't mind, I'm gonna leave before you change your mind and stop feeding me and start stabbing me instead. Cool.
That's fair.
Not too much sweet thing.
He's
Lay
gonna
off the sweets.
off. He's gonna leave as soon as you seem like you're done with him. He's out. He's gone.
The nice
Brush twice a
looking
day.
rat.
You watch as he
He's
gets
nice.
like to the corner of the building and he changes back into a rat and he's gone again.
Interesting.
Well,
So do we go in now or do we wait? They
Oh.
said it's a couple hours.
Let's go.
What time?
While you think about that, we're gonna take a break. Because we're at a good point at this stage. So you guys can discuss it during the break if you wish, or we can all have something to eat and drink and do whatever we need to do. So we'll take a quick 10-minute break. We're gonna draw our shiny thing to see who gets the wand of pyrotechnics. And while we're doing that, Rex, you have a giveaway for the break.
I do. I have a.
Indigo, you got it. Sorry, carry on.
I have a very, very nice handmade by me leather journal.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just blank pages.
Beautiful.
It's the first leather-bound book I've ever made, so it's a little bit iffy, but I'm getting.
Special, because it's the first one. That makes
It
it
is,
special.
and I actually. It is written in there that it is the first ever leather-bound book by Rex.
Aw, awesome. I love it.
So, immortalized.
Exclamation point, shiny thing in the chat to win Rex's first leather-bound book. Amazing. We'll be back in 10. You will all remind me to do the draw because I always forget after the break because I get engrossed in the story. And don't go anywhere. People watching, hang out, and we'll be back soon. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome back to the Gallant Horde. We are outside of a town, house, sorry, in Aldercastle, where there is an underground. Just gonna do this for one sec. There is a underground fighting ring underneath this house that you have discovered, and you are figuring out what to do. But before we do that, nobody reminded me. We're gonna do the giveaway.
Jack,
We
don't
have
forget to do
faith.
the giveaway.
Every week,
Jack,
man.
the giveaway.
You remembered
Um,
without us helping.
Yeah, I got there. So we will do the giveaway in the chat right now. Who will win Rex's pretty book?
First school holiday.
Wait.
Oh
Oh my goodness, it's your day.
Surrounded in flowers.
Shawnali got both the in-game and the book today. See what happens when Rex doesn't enter?
Holy baloney!
That's awesome.
Ah.
Cool.
Well
Good
done.
day for you. Alright. That means you've used up all your luck and Indigo's obviously gonna die in the second half of the story.
That is not allowed.
Indigo is fond of you all. I will see myself out.
Nobody dies with two clerics on the party. Don't worry about that.
Alright.
We're getting some weird sound coming through.
Yeah, Gavin,
Yeah,
I think we're getting feedback from your mic. There we go.
Yeah.
So we'll Alrighty. Okay, so you have found this house. You have managed to quiz a were-rat about what goes on underneath this house. What do you want to do now?
We should go knock on the door. Yes? Bob said knock on the door.
Yeah, do
Do
you
we
want
have
to
a
go in through
plan?
the front? That's you. We can look like we are patrons.
But we're really
towards the tour.
early.
Yeah, we're a little early.
Tour of the facility.
Health and safety officer. No, I'm kidding.
Eerden, I know that you said that you don't particularly care for acting. But if you could maybe just be a really shitty elf for a while, that would be helpful.
I can try.
We could look to offer Ursa as a challenger for the champion with Eerden as the promoter or sponsor of the fighter and see if we can talk to Atrin before the games. And then we really only need to see Typhica to be able to summon her home. We could literally rip her out of there. We only need to be close. We don't need to fight anyone. We just need to be close.
Is that something an elf like me would do? Would I be a promoter? Or would I just
I don't
act like
think it
an
is
interested-
promoter. It would be perhaps you are looking to have a horse in the race.
You
Going
want
off
to
of
see good fight.
going off of Ursa's previous in fight pits to try and survive for the last however many years, he would actually be nodding along, going, "Sponsor."
Sponsor. Okay.
Eerden sponsor.
That's the word. That's the word.
I can try.
You'd be a patron of the fighters.
We could concoct a story where you have a stable of fighters. You've come to the city. You've heard that Eladrin has a stable of fighters. Your best guy versus her best centaur. We can maybe put up a small pot to sweeten the deal, get in the door. Let's check out your fighter. Hello, Typhica. And we're gone.
It's not bad.
Cross
Conveniently,
pit promotion.
Ursa does actually have a challenger. It's not from here. It's from Exandria, but he does have a fighter's like writ of entrance in his inventory. I've just looked it up.
There's our ticket. We
Yeah,
are
this
for
is a-
Aldercastle,
this is a title
wherever
fight.
that is.
This is a title fight.
Uh-huh.
Eerden,
Okay, all right.
this also works. This is one of the plans we discussed, technically.
You're right, it is. And if we can get in and get out without fighting, that's our goal.
We
Wait.
just have to get her to agree.
Did I just plan? Did we just plan?
Yeah.
That never happened.
Don't get too excited.
Don't
This is
think
the
about it
first
too
time.
much.
I'm already excited. I think I've ruined it.
All right. Does everybody know though that we can't what to tell her, like who we're working for?
Not the lady.
So a friend of her mother's is what we say.
Yes.
Hopefully she
We're-
likes her mom.
And we don't
Ursa.
all have to.
Hmm.
Ursa, look at
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
The lady we are here to help. Okay?
Yeah.
We are a friend of her mother.
So, out of character here, I rolled an intelligence to remember that, and I got a 2
All
with
right.
a -2 modifier.
So,
Is it possible he gets advantage because he's being reminded constantly?
No,
All right. Perhaps
because
we will need.
that would last. I will give him advantage if he has to remember it in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
On the
Uh,
plus side, we have message and
Yes,
other
And
things.
sending.
that's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Okay. Good.
Rumi, you're brilliant. I love you.
Okay.
Where's
What
that
are
sort
you
of
doing?
Where's that sort of truth now? Damn.
We are friends of her brother. Got it.
Close enough. Ursa. All right,
That's first that works.
the front door.
All right.
yes.
I guess we walk right in. Let's
Okay.
go.
Can we just check off what the rest of us are doing?
We are
Ursa's
her
the fu-
entourage.
Ursa's the fighter. Eerden's the sponsor. Wilde is Eerden's bodyguard, probably.
Bodyguard, yes.
Indigo's the dodgy connection, respectfully. Rumi and I are...
I require multiple bodyguards.
More sponsors?
Well, one extra bodyguard and one medic for her fighter,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Right, Be the
Fight,
cut man.
fighters have healers.
be the cut man.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a good plan. All right.
All right.
And then we get sandwiches.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sandwich,
Yes.
sandwich later.
Sandwiches.
Okay. So you're gonna go and knock on the door? Who is doing the knocking?
It
Sponsor.
would be me.
Okay.
She's not knocking on the door herself. She is a high-ranking elf. One of her
That's right.
bodyguards are.
Okay. So, who is knocking?
I will knock.
Okay. So,
I will take out with my axe. Like I take my
I
big
will-
battle axe and knock with the back end of the axe.
I will hand my writ of passage to my sponsor.
okay, cool. So, you knock on the door. The top opens like one of those stable doors, right? And you see a tall Goliath man with red, like, striped tattoos over the top of his head and down his arms. And he goes, "Yeah? What do you want?"
I'm here to see Atrin.
He's busy. Who are you?
I'm someone interested in sponsoring the fight.
Sponsoring the fight. You want to bet?
No, I have someone I would like to sponsor in the fight.
Oh. Well, he's busy, but I can go and see if he wants to talk to you. Who shall I say you are? Do you have a name?
My name is Moon.
Moon. Cute name. Alright. And he closes the door in your face and disappears for a while.
Well, that went splendidly.
It's going good.
Should I knock
they-
again?
No. No, just wait.
Okay.
After like 5-10 minutes, he comes back, opens the door, and he goes, "Alright, Moon. Are you bringing all your people or just you and the fighter?"
All my people.
We're not going to have a problem here, are we?
No, not at all.
Not unless you start one.
And then I send a message to Indigo to, like, just twirl. Twirl for me.
I twirl.
Alright. He leads you in, and the inside of this house is basically just a skeleton. There's nothing here. They're not using this house for anything. But there is a flight of stairs going down into the ground. And I shall remove Bob from the equation and then copy you all across. You find yourselves underground in a large, like, underground complex. It's clearly bigger than the house that is the entrance. It's like a whole freaking complex underneath. It's like a whole arena underneath the ground, underneath this house.
It's a hyperbole.
And like Rumi has like her arm out. She's escorting Eerden down.
Right. He leads you to a kind of courtyard. No, he doesn't. I'm lying to you. Sorry. He's not going to take you there. He's going to take you just to the sort of... It's not behaving itself over here. So you're like just in this kind of courtyard area. You can see a couple of stalls. They're kind of in the phase of they're starting to set up for people to arrive. There are a few people around. It's clearly not that unusual to show up early for this thing. If you don't have seats booked, it's good to get there early, then you can get a good spot. But the stalls are not really open for business yet. They're just kind of setting up. And you watch coming down these stairs over here a half-orc man in a very nice, if a little gaudy, suit. And he comes over and he says, "Well, hello. I understand you are here on business."
Yes. And are you who I asked to speak to?
"I am Atrin."
I have someone I
just,
want to sponsor.
What was that, Garen?
Just as we're being led in, I don't want to ruin the story. I'll be real quick. I want to use my boon and locate creature just to make sure that our Centaur lady is here.
Okay.
And if she's with us within 1,000 feet, so I get a beat on her, so I know if it goes south, where to go and find her.
Yep.
That's what I want to do.
She is, from where you are right now, she is to the northwest. You definitely get a ping.
Nice. Cool. Thanks. Sorry.
Eerden, go ahead.
Yes, I would like to sponsor my fighter against your best. I have
My
paper.
best. He takes the papers and he looks at them and he goes, I've never heard of this Exandria.
They've probably never heard of you, but here we are.
Oh.
Well, do you have a wager you have in mind?
Well, tell me more about your best, and then I'll give you my wager.
I feel like if you know enough to come looking for me, you probably know what he's up against.
I've heard rumblings. Haven't seen anything like it before. Quite curious.
She is quite a crowd pleaser. Very fierce. Enjoys the show. Always wins.
Always, huh?
So far.
Would you be averse to me meeting her?
Now, why would you want to do that? Surely we just put your guy in the ring and put my girl in the ring and let the fur fly, as it were.
Mine's right here for you to see. Yours is not.
No. But I also know a little bit about elves and their ability to tweak the odds in their favor. I have no interest in putting you in a room where my odds live.
What do you think I will tweak exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Who knows what tricks you have up your sleeve?
My Lady Moon, would Atrin and yourself be adverse to having a medic check over both fighters to make sure that no one's cheating, no one's looking to buff unnecessarily, no improper use of magic?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's very wise.
I can assure you that all the fighters in my arena are working on their own skills. There would be no fun in it otherwise. You came
What's
here.
that?
You came to me. If you don't like my terms, you are welcome to leave again. Perhaps your friend is not as strong as you think.
Oh, he's strong.
Hi, big guy.
Yes, he is large, I will give you that.
And he's quite vicious.
Well, I look forward to seeing that in our fight.
Is Indigo on Eerden's other arm, or is Indigo somewhere
No.
not?
Indigo's been doing the thing that the sneaky employee does, which is kind of taking in the surroundings, looking around. I am behaving in the way that I would expect them to expect me to behave.
Garen will just go over to Indigo and just drop his voice. She's here, and just gesture with his eyes as to where the ping is.
My
Indigo,
lady,
make a performance check for me, please.
what are the chances I could sway you into deception?
I'll allow it.
All right,
Yeah, so good then.
19. That's
Go ahead.
19. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I look to Eerden, sorry. Eerden, milady, my eyes are downcast.
Yes.
Will we be allowed to partake in the stalls and everything when the fights are beginning?
She acts like she's put out about thinking about this. As long as our fighter is seen to, and he is ready to fight, I don't see why you can't have Sometime.
The medic will do it.
But you know I like to be able to see you from time to time.
Yes, that's true. Thank you, my lady.
She nods.
And I skulk. So, are we gonna wait around for the festivities to begin?
I think we need to give this guy
We
an
have-
answer first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to let him.
Standing
Yeah.
there, like crossing his arms, looking at all of this.
I am
So-
going to surprise the living crap out of everyone in the party and watching, and then shift my language to Orcish and say, I fight good.
He responds in Orcish, and he says, I believe you, friend, but your sponsor here still needs to do her part.
Okay. I'm going to switch back to common and turn back to Eerden and just like, I fight. I smush.
She'll look at him. Are you sure you're ready for this? We've trained you very hard, and I believe in you. You're ready?
Yes.
All right, then. She'll look back over. All right, let's fight.
Excellent. Now, you understand that there's a certain spectacle involved in this sort of thing. So, we will have a few smaller fights to start off with. And then, when the crowd's nice and riled up, we'll bring out your boy and see what he can do. You are
Sounds
welcome
good.
to look around until the fights begin. It will be a little while still.
Is there a certain area for my fighter to prepare?
Does he require a space?
He likes to get into the right mindset. Our medic likes to go over him.
Very well. Him and your medic can go into the back.
Is that just
And I'll-
in the same direction where the ping was?
Absolutely.
So in Garen's mind, he'll hear, I can reach out to you constantly. You two are safe. Go. I'm okay with this.
Awesome, my man. Let's get you ready to rumble.
Ready. Rumble.
He kind of gestures to the Goliath guy who would have been with him. He's up here right now, but he actually would have been with him. And he will lead the two of you up the stairs, around the arena, and down the little gap at the front there, and then through the back to I shall take you with me. Wee, wee, wee. Back here, where you can see a number of large people limbering up, a couple of moorbounders in cages that obviously are used for the more traditional gladiator thing where you throw a person in the ring and then throw some monsters at them. What do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Where did the from where we are now? Where did the ping? Was it on the net? Or was it off the net?
How long does your ping last?
Well, when it pinged, it was within 1,000 feet, so it would have told me where it was.
It was up in this top corner on the left, somewhere. You can make a survival or intelligence check.
I will take survival, please, and thank you. Garen, the Blessed have inspiration? Okay, 18. No,
does.
I'll take my chances.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, all right. I'll say that given your ability to keep track of directions and so on, you can tell that it was coming from roughly here, this pen between the moorbounders,
Cool.
which
Okay,
you probably can't see from where you are, but it's off in that corner.
perfect.
All right. So, let's start with those of you left down here still. So, Eerden, Indigo, Rumi, and Wilde. What would you like to do?
Do we get discount from vendors?
No.
She just shakes her head. Does Atrin keep the paperwork?
Oh no, he would have given it back. It's meaningless to him, really, because it's from someone
Okay,
he's never heard of.
I just want to make
he's
sure
like,
I have it.
Okay, clearly
back.
this guy's a fighter somewhere. That's cool, but like it has no. He's never heard of Exandria or anything in Exandria. This is a completely different universe. So.
Okay, just want to make sure I can give it back to Ursa.
Yeah. My lady, should we see you to your seat, or did you want to walk around?
I wouldn't mind walking around and then to my seat, just to see what vendors we have.
I want to know from Atrin, your fighter. We've heard a lot about her. Where did you find her?
Oh, she found her way to Aldercastle and needed some money, much like many of the fighters in my arena.
Oh. And she's been here a long time.
Well, little while. Few months.
Has she ever lose?
Not so far. Many come to challenge her, and they pay. It is good.
It's a nice little setup you have here.
Thank you.
Would you like to escort me around? Show me, highlight?
Oh, I have a lot to do before the fights today. I'm sure you can find your way around. Have a look. Meet the vendors. Try some of their wares. I'm sure some of those things will be things you've never tasted before.
What
Then
do you
find yourself a
recommend?
nice spot. What do I recommend?
Yes.
Maybe stay away from Jacob's fried emporium. The things he fries are not always, so kosher.
Jacobs, okay. Thank
Jacobs.
you. It's useful.
The things he
You, of
fries are
course.
sometimes just whatever he's found that day,
Oh.
Some of our
You-
patrons like that kind of thing, but
Yes. To each their own.
indeed. Yes, there was another question.
Y-
I didn't see.
You, of course, have special seats for my lady, right? Since she is part of tonight's
Well-
entertainment.
The box, yes.
If her fighter proves himself worth the trouble, then she will of course have seats from that point forward. Until such time, she can sit in the good seats. I will not charge you.
Front row.
Yes, of course, if that is what she likes. She might prefer to be a few rows back. There can be splatter.
Yes.
I will talk with my team.
All right, so you want to take a wander around and look at the stalls?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
There is Jacob's Fried Emporium, which really just has things fried in like batter. Hard to tell what they are.
Not
Could
there.
be any number of things. There is a stall that has like those, like they're not polystyrene because there's no such thing in Fantasy World, but there's like sort of cheap wooden kind of hands that you can wave in the air and various kind of banners and placards with various names on them that clearly are like the names of the various fighters. A lot of them say Typhica. All the ones that say Typhica are colored in blacks and purples, which I'm sure Indigo appreciates. That's her aesthetic. So you guys have something in common. There is a couple. There are a couple of other food stalls that are slightly better, more clearly real food. Of the kinds of kind of street food you would expect in a place like this. Lots of deep fried stuff. There's some kind of frozen dessert thing that comes in like little wooden bowls. A variety of things. I think I will leave you to wander the stalls and we will meander back up to where Garen and Ursa are, if that's all right with you all. Garen and Ursa, what would you like to do?
So apologies, DM. I've just unchecked the spell. Garen's under the concentration condition. He's got that spell for an hour,
Oh, the
so he can
locate.
locate.
Cool.
He can
All right.
locate.
Then
before
you can definitely
an
tell
hour.
where she is. Yeah.
Yeah. If I can, I'd like to lead Ursa over to about here to prep him, and also see if we can get a bit of line of sight.
So you absolutely can. There is a
Nice.
centaur woman in that pen. It's clearly a pen, like you would put an animal in, like with fencing, and it's locked and so on. And she looks like she's just kind of stretching and getting herself sorted. She's chomping on an apple, doing some
nice.
stretches, just kind of doing her thing.
I'll just nod to Ursa and bring him with me and say, Ursa, this lady be free. This lady be free. How close can we get to her without anyone getting in our way? Has Goliath Man gone back to Atron, or is he shadowing us?
I would say he's probably hanging around because you're new.
Okay.
But he's not. He's letting you do your thing, unless you do something that seems suspicious.
Sure.
He's
If I can get to
probably
about,
not going to.
if I can ask Ursa to come with.
Yep.
With Garen. Garen the Blessed's interested to know if he can do a bit of a medicine check and see if she's okay. Like, have they been mistreating her? Is she in good health?
Make a medicine check is probably the best.
I'd like to use Twitch inspiration, please, because that was. Do it, you guys. You guys are the best. That's 22.
Yeah, she seems in good health. She seems like there would be no point in keeping a prize fighter and not taking care of her physically, right? So she seems to be in good health. She's well fed. She looks strong and hale. But she does look pissed off. Like, she's not thrilled with her accommodations. But she is healthy, yes.
Is she armored and armed? Would be what Ursa's looking for.
Please hold. If
Great
I
question.
remember correctly, she has no armor.
Okay.
She does carry a great axe.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's great. I mean, it's a pretty good axe.
It's an excellent axe.
All right.
So,
Ursa's going to turn to Garen and just like, I need oil.
okay, let's find you
Oil.
some.
Oil.
Okay.
All the
What
times
for, my
before, like hit you oil.
Oh, but yes. We to stop with the chafing. Yes.
Is that what is makes shiny?
Yeah. Do they have a
And
baby?
he is actually
baby
going
oil?
to start taking his top off and exposing scars and muscle and.
Garen have any oil on him?
No, he'll have something in the healer's kit. It'll be shiny enough. It'll dry though. It won't be like
Vaseline.
It won't be like WWE and body oil, but you know. You should go to a secret supply.
Ursa,
Yeah.
Garen's
Yeah.
secret supply of Vaseline? I don't want to go down that road.
A secret supply of incense which
chapped
make people
lips.
smell like snickerdoodles.
Well,
That's a
I mean,
secret.
his armor is going to chafe at times. He would probably have something.
Yeah.
Actually, his moisturizer that smells like snickerdoodles.
Yeah, it's moisturize. Always moisturize after a shower. Opens up the pores. It's great. I'm going to see if I can, while I'm preparing Ursa, see if I can call out to Typhica, see if she'll answer to a hail. Well met,
Okay.
noble fighter.
She kind of just glances at you and goes, and carries on with what she's doing.
See if I can get. Can we get close?
Careful.
Say, yeah, like there, close.
So, like, up to the fence?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Is that wire? Is that stone? How is that fence constructed?
It seems to be some kind of steel not wire, like not loose like wire, like a proper fence, but it's like steel.
Typhica, I bid you good luck in tonight's fight. May the strength and valor of Kitty Jolliffe protect and defend you. You might need it tonight. You're up against our boy here. I'll motion to Ursa.
He
my ladies.
She glances over and she's like, he looks like a fucking bear.
He's just good.
Well-
Ursa's just gonna grin and show the canines.
Well,
Garen,
you
gonna be
might
like,
be
well,
interesting, I
yes.
suppose.
yeah. How did you end up here, Typhica? Are they paying you enough?
I don't know that that's any of your business. Who
Only
the hell
reason I
are
asked.
you? Why are you
Oh.
talking to me?
Well, my employer, Lady Moon, is a promoter. She's always
Lady Moon?
interested. I didn't
Is
choose
that
the
a
name.
real name? Oh my
I don't
God.
pick the names, right? I'm not paid enough to pick names. I'm just paid enough to
What's
make
your
sure her
bear
fighters
guy called? Sir Bear?
Ursa.
So yes.
Yeah.
Jesus. No.
The hamster in Garen's mind goes round and round.
Sarah.
Ursa's just gonna put a massive paw over Garen's shoulder and start pulling him back. It's just
At
like-
this point, the Goliath is going to come over and go, "Oi! No fraternizing between the fighters. It makes them friendly. We don't want that shit."
We're no friend.
Of course.
And Typhica turns to him and she goes, "Since when do I have friends?" And she kind of goes back to what she was doing.
Oh, well, let him pull him away. That's cool.
Before I pull away, I'm just going to look at the what he thinks is called a center, and just be, you smush good. We smush.
I look forward
And-
to kicking you in the face, big guy.
He'll just grin, turn, and walk back.
Okay. Do you want to
Is
do
the,
anything else, or shall we fast
Has the
forward?
Goliath walked away?
He's just kind of hovering. He once you left, he stopped paying attention to you and is just kind of generally keeping an eye on things, but not.
Garen will turn his back to the Goliath, cast sending to Typhica. My employer will offer you a generous bonus to get out of here and join her stable. If you are interested, call my name. Garen. That's it. I think there's 25 words. Someone count.
You can reply to sending, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna say to you, "Did you really just fucking offer me a spot in a fucking stable, you piece of shit?"
I'll cast sending again. No, I offered you a way out of here.
She doesn't respond. She took that as a whether intended or not. Like he was taking the piss.
Our character here.
We
Why
should've
did
reminded
us two
Garen.
get picked?
Oh gosh. So what now, guys?
What are you doing? Who wants to do what before we? Unless you want to fast forward.
Ursa is just going to stretch and take off his robes and just get down to like the leggings and the boots, and just get ready because this is what he's like. This is his thing.
Yep. Cool.
Garen will
I'll-
prep him, and we'll just check the other fighters out, see how he's around.
So there are a couple of giants. There are various, like, you know, what you would expect in a place like this. Ogres, big guys. There are a couple of more human-sized people that still look quite like her. Tough and impressive looking. She is, if you're watching her, she's the only one who's kept in a pen like that, who isn't a moorbounder. So there's clearly something going on there, which is making
Rage
her...
issues.
Yeah, but also they're treating her like an animal, and a very well kept animal who is fed properly and exercised appropriately and all that good stuff. But nevertheless, not like you would treat a humanoid being.
So she's being treated how Ursa was treated most of his life, so he's not looking impressed with that.
Yeah. Which might explain some of her attitude. But she's also clearly got a chip on her shoulder and got something to prove. Okay, do any of the rest of you want to do anything before we...
Wilde wants to buy a Typhica banner.
Okay. Cool. It's like, I don't know, 2 silver. They're not
Sure.
very expensive.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just waving it.
Is Eerden sending message to Garen?
I can't see you at the moment, so I can't.
Oh, okay.
But Indigo, did you want, when you asked to be able to shop, I didn't know if that was code for you were gonna sneak away or not.
When we are going to find seats, I am going to be hoping that we are close to the fighters.
Right on the other side.
Yeah. But I don't think I'll be able to slip away too easily, so I will make casual conversation with Rumi and say, gosh, I sure hope knowing mothers will be a pest on note.
Rumi gets the hint but needs to be way closer, so hopefully when we sit down,
Yeah.
that will be close enough. But while we were walking around, Rumi would cast Detect Magic, specifically looking to see if there's anything that is going to nullify magic, like around the pit.
There is nothing like that. There's no like specific wards or anything that stops magic in the pit. The impression is that if you pull that shit, you're gonna get your ass thrown out, possibly separate to your head. So they don't bother with trying to,
Could I get close to another spectator?
Sure, if you wish. So are you going into the arena at this point then? You're all like in the seats area?
Yeah, we've milled about enough.
Yep, okay. Yeah, I mean, you can go and plonk yourself next to someone, I suppose. Who would you like
I'm
to
going
plonk yourself
to-
next to?
Well,
Not that
lady.
Indigo plonks ever, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends where Eerden chooses to sit, but somebody relatively close to where my compatriots will be.
Okay, so if you're wanting to be on
And
the
I
other
am-
side, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not leading. That's Eerden's job.
All right, I'm gonna go over to the entrance on the other side. So
Mhm.
hopefully that.
Cool.
We'll follow.
Go back up to his box eventually. All right, so you're putting yourself next to that dude. He looks like he hasn't had a bath in a week. He's a human. He looks human. Real kind of ratty. Kind of is wearing clothes that probably were once nice, like maybe 10 years ago, but now they are not at all. He kind of smells a little, and he's eating something from Jakob's fried emporium. You don't know what it is. He doesn't know what it is.
That's fine. I see that you have visited Jakob.
What? Yeah.
The food? Is it good?
I mean, it's food.
That's true. Have you been to many of these before?
Yeah, I come a lot. It's
Really?
warm here, and it's
Mm,
it's fun. You're
this
real
is my
weird
first one.
looking, you know that?
I know, but I smell good, don't I?
He leans in and sniffs you.
That
Yeah.
is vanilla and sandalwood.
I
This
don't
is
know
my.
what those things are.
It's what makes me smell good. Who needs to know?
Hmm.
Have you been to many of these fights before? You said yes. This is my first one. Are they really bloody?
Sometimes.
Oh, I hope they are today. That would be more exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. One time I saw a giant like twist this guy's head right off of his body. It was crazy, man. I'd never seen something like that before.
Has anybody ever
It like spurted. It was gross, but cool.
Oh, I want to see something like that. Has anybody ever been like really upset with a fight and like jumped in there to kick ass themselves?
Why would you do that? That seems really stupid.
Oh, I know, but have you ever just been so excited about a fight that you also wanted to draw blood?
No, that's not a thing that. Are you okay? Do you need like I don't know, some help maybe?
Oh no, I'm here with my friends, but we are all new, so I just wanted to talk to somebody who clearly is a professional in this situation.
Oh, I'm not. I just come here to watch. I mean, I'm not a fighter.
No, but you look like you have keen eyes for this sort of thing.
Oh. Yeah, I guess maybe I do.
I saw you and I thought, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about in the fight pit.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, if you need me, I will be over here with my friends. You have a good day.
Okay. Maybe at intermission we could go to Jakob's together. I could buy you something on a stick.
If my
That's the
lady allows
specialty.
it.
It's called something on a stick. It's
I would
different
love
every
that
week.
so
It's
much.
great. Cool.
I didn't get your name, handsome.
My name is Wesley.
Thank you so much, Wesley. And I blow him a kiss and I go sit down next to Rumi.
He blushes bright red and starts doing that like thing. Anyone paying attention for the next little while will notice that Wesley does not look at the arena very much. It's just like constantly like, are they looking at me?
I'm leaning on Rumi, and I'm making sure that it's a show. I know I'm being watched, and so I'm making sure all of my lines are long, and I'm lounging on my friend here.
Excellent.
And I whisper to her, there isn't typically people jumping in from the stands, but I don't think that it is impossible if we need to.
And I'll lean over. There's also nothing preventing magic in here either.
And Wesley.
He like.
All right, Indigo is done.
How high up are we?
I would say the stands are probably about 20 feet up at the front, and then they tear up. So it's high enough to reduce splatter, unless someone's head gets ripped off.
Which hopefully won't be happening. Hopefully.
Do Ursa and Garen the Blessed
Try hard.
have remit to roam around once we've stretched and prepared? So can Garen the Blessed come back up? Can he come back out?
I would say so, yeah. Ursa's probably expected not to stay in the back as the stands start filling up with people. But Garen would be able to return to the seating if he wishes.
So you keep stretching and limbering up. I'm just going to check in with the lady. Moon.
Okay.
Okay.
Ursa's gonna go and have a look at the big doggies,
Okay.
but maybe not quite that close.
I mean, they're big fucking creatures of some kind. They're large, even by Ursa standards.
He knows what a moorbounder is. Unfortunately.
Yep. They're pretty fierce looking. Yeah. So Garen, you're going to find Eerden? And
Yeah, I'll just give everyone a bit of a sit rep.
Cool.
So Eerden, I can get close enough to speak to Typhica. She's fairly hostile. I doubt she'll go anywhere with anyone willingly. However, we can get really close. If we just touch her, I think we can just say the word and bamf out of here. We don't need to throw down at all. Just need to be able to touch her.
She's got to be willing. After the burrows, the lady changed things. She's got to be willing. Did you mention that we're friends of her mother's? We're friends of her mother's?
Not in so many words. I tried to infer. And then we got yelled at. And then Ursa was there. And then I saw something shiny. And then I forgot what I was doing.
Amazing. I love how you sent the two brains of the party to talk to a centaur.
It's the best we
She's
can get
really
back
quite
at the
aggressive.
time. Is there...
Eerden.
I would just bring your attention, though, to this space here. See that stone wall? We can get through that. We can get through that now.
All of us?
The hamster in Garen's The Blessed Brain starts doing computations around duration, but probably Garen's hamster needs hold music.
Yeah. Alternatively, during the fight, if we yell something encouraging, such as, "Go, Typhica, daughter of her mom's name," that might
Elia.
click. Yes.
How's it pronounced? Alia.
Elalia.
Alalia.
Hallelujah.
That's why I didn't say it, because I didn't.
But
Lia.
just hearing that name might be enough for her.
True.
I can try that again. We can get into that from back.
As you're having this conversation, the first fight begins. It's a opening fight, so it's just like two guys from the city who want to have a go. One is another half orc, but he's not as impressive looking. The other is just a human guy with a big fucking sword. They go at it for a while. Everybody's sort of cheers half-heartedly in that opening act kind of way. No, people are only half paying attention, except for one little group who are obviously friends with one of them, who's like screaming their heads off. So that's going on now.
So how do you suggest we get back there?
Eerden, I can stone shape a doorway into this area. One of the more eloquent members, yourself, Indigo, Rumi, maybe, get in there, say your piece, declare your allegiance with the mother, and we've gone.
Point of order, that wall doesn't go all the way up. It's like 10 feet at the back. You could, in theory, go over the top, but the other end would be a drop. It's like probably, I don't know, 60 feet up. But
Is
it's
it
not...
a solid wall?
It's a solid
Like, are there
wall, but
holes in it?
no, it's a solid wall. So it goes like the tiered seating, and then there's like a wall at the back that's like 10 feet,
Mhm.
and then a gap. And then the pens and stuff are on the other side. So although you can't see it from where you are, Garen would know that at the other side there are those pens with the more bounders and where Typhica is. But there's nothing
Yeah.
actually above that wall. So if you got onto the wall, you could look down into her pit, is what I'm saying. But
I
you'd be
did
like
bring.
60 feet up.
I brought calm emotions with me today as well.
I can
If that might
get in
make her
there.
more.
Ominous.
Yeah.
I can get in, but they'll notice somebody is in there very quickly.
Well, if he makes the door, we could just pop our head in through and try to talk. That's not as
Maybe you can see her from over the top of the wall. You can
I
message
think
her.
if we're going in, I think we need to go in, close the door, talk to her real fast, and like that's our point to get out.
I can get in quickly, but
It's there's a height difference. We could, right? We're up
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
We're up high now.
You're higher
so-
up, yes.
yes, but what I'm saying is I can go in, but it will cause an issue for anybody who notices somebody is in there, right? So it's kind of fast, and if she's not going to trust us quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So, during this conversation they're having, Ursa's actually paced back towards where she is,
Okay.
and is literally just going to walk up to the bars and just be like, "Hey,
What?
I can't remember what they said, but we're here to get you out."
Who the fuck are you? Why should you care what I'm doing? I've never seen you before in my life, bear guy.
I'm not gonna lie, I've just rolled 13 on intelligence. So that's
Whoa! That's a lot
that's
to
pretty-
hide for you.
I know, and that's 13 with the -2, and it's just sort of like,
Wow. Yes, Ursa.
I think they said something about family, and the pretty lady sent us here.
The pretty
To-
lady? You mean your sponsor up in the stands? I heard about her. Moo.
No,
Moo.
no,
What the fuck?
Big,
No.
big lady.
Big. Is she a giant?
No. Powerful lady wants you out.
Well,
Something
that's not
about you-
ominous at all.
Something about your brother?
I don't have a brother.
I'm sure. Anyway, if you want out, we get you out. And with
So,
that, he's just gonna move
Ursa-
off.
Ursa, you hear in your head a voice that sounds like Rianth that says, Ursa, you're a friend of her mother's. Because Rianth just paid that many channel points to make that happen.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Rita.
He's gonna look very, very confused for a second, and just before he walks away, he's gonna turn over his shoulder and go, "We're friends with your mother."
My mother is on an island in the middle of the fucking sea. How can you be a friend of my mother's?
Pretty lady.
My mother's not that pretty. I mean, she's okay, but like...
It's all because of pretty lady. If
You're
you want
fucking
out,
weird, mate. You know that.
yes. If you want out, we get out.
Make a persuasion check for me, Ursa.
Oh God.
Come on, Ursa.
You're not
it.
fullness today.
Actually, I've got a +5 to persuasion
As Ursa,
as Ursa. For a dirty
Like
20.
lovable. Oh.
Yes.
okay. I don't know how much of this Ursa would be able to really identify, but there's something that has come over her at the mention of her mother that's like... Something has definitely shifted in her attitude. She very much up to this point has been very like, it's just fucking me, looking after me, whatever, fuck all of you, meh. But you mentioned her mother, and something is like, huh, wait, maybe there's something going on here.
Like, to be fair, she just needs to do an insight check and realize he's too dumb to lie. Like,
It's not so much that she thinks he's lying. It's more that it never occurred to her that her mother would come up. Basically.
fair enough. But I've said my bit, and before anyone like starts getting antsy about the two fighters talking, he's gonna move back to where he was.
Okay. All right, the rest of you. The fight in the middle of the arena has come to an end. One has stabbed the other one. The stabbed has yielded, and is pretending he's not crying. He gets dragged out. The other guy's like, "Yeah, I won! Yeah!" Blah, blah. His friends cheer. Everybody else kind of claps politely, but they're only half paying attention.
I'll wave my banner.
It would
Yep, go ahead.
It'd be really obvious if she sat on top of the wall to look over, or is that something people do?
There's no one else sitting on the walls right now. You don't know. You've never been here before.
I know. I could.
The
as
only
long as I
person with
can see
experience
her-
isn't there.
As long as I can see her, I can send a message to her.
The
So
wall is 10 feet high. How tall are you?
She's short.
I'm probably the short. Not I'm 5'8", but I got tall people around me. I'd need help up.
That was what I was getting at.
But if you were on a person's shoulders so that you could see better as an elf of stature.
I can still send message. As long as there's an opening, it can go through openings, over corners, yada, yada, yada. So as long as we're only 120 feet away, I can still send message.
You don't need to be able to see her?
You just
Or know
need to
where
know
she
the
is?
general direction.
No.
Okay.
You point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message.
Yep. In that case, presumably Garen could show you the general direction and you would be able to do it, yeah.
And then you can send me and I can literally get to her
It's-
quickly, grab her, and we can go.
Rumi, this is your general direction here. You'll notice it by the convenient purple arrow I've drawn.
No, Garen with a piece of chalk on the ground, on the
Yeah,
those rocks, the stone, drawing an arrow.
Amazing.
I do the math twice, but I got it in the end.
So yeah, Rumi will just, shimmy down a little bit. She'll grab Indigo to like walk over to the wall over here.
Wait, he goes,
You know,
like, he thinks that Indigo's coming back for him.
exactly. And then send a message saying, Typhica, we are a friend of your mother's. We are here to rescue you. Once you get into the pit, let us teleport you out of here. You can reply to this message.
A persuasion check.
Inspiration is what?
Reroll. Just a reroll.
Yeah, reroll.
Okay,
Advantage.
we're gonna re-roll that. And I'm gonna guide myself as well.
Okay.
Oh, well, you know what? We're gonna add the guidance anyways. So 18 plus 4 is 24? No, 22. I
18
can
plus
math.
22.
She will reply, and she will say, I don't know how you know my mom, but yeah, if you can get me out of here, that would be great. What do I need to do?
So, next message. The big bear man you're gonna fight. We just need to get to you. trust us. We will get to you. And be willing to come with us.
Okay.
Then Rumi will look at Indigo and just like nod and lead her back over towards Eerden.
Misty waves.
Lady Moon, I'll go back and check on Ursa.
Thank you, Garen.
I'm
There's not
checking
a
out.
second. There's a second fight happening. This one seems to be between a stone giant and a fire giant. There's a lot of elemental shit going on. Roaring, yelling. People are more into this one because they're bigger and the stakes are a bit higher. Yeah, that's happening in the center now as you're.
Guards
Ursa?
in the crowd.
Typhica wants our help. Be nice to her. Don't smush her too hard. Like
Okay.
at all. No smushing.
Oh.
Smushing is 0.
No.
Helping is 100. Smushing no. Helping yes. Smushing no.
Okay.
Helping yes.
Well, I need you to take this. And Ursa is literally just going to pile the clothes that he took off onto Garen. And it's just sort of like,
Does
thank you.
Garen have a bag of holding? I don't
Yes.
think so. Does he?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's where he has his
Cool.
healing potions in his healer's kit.
Oh, all right.
So just go back.
There we go. So
Yeah.
you can just put all Ursa's stuff into your bag of holding then.
It's literally a top, a robe, and that's it. But
I'm
Wild.
gonna give that top a good shake, just like to be nice. And I'll fold
it smells
properly.
heavily of fur and bear.
Yeah. Wild. Did you want to do something?
I was just wondering if there is guards like in the crowd, like sprinkled through the crowd that I could see.
Make a perception check. I'll say that the crowd is bigger than it is in the picture now. I just didn't want to have to put that many freaking tokens on the map.
You probably have
perception.
inspiration.
I'm gonna use my inspiration just in case and get a natural 20. So 24.
Nice.
Thank you,
There
chat.
are no guards as such, but there are people who definitely seem to be. They look no different to the punters, except that they are paying attention in a way that suggests that they're watching the crowd as much as they are watching the events. So they're probably on the payroll, but it's not explicit, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right. That's exactly what I was looking for. I
Yeah.
will point them out to my companions as people we should try to avoid if we're going to try to jump into the pit.
Correct. I will also say that only one of you needs to be touching her for
Yeah.
the thing to work. That is,
I couldn't remember how that. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
as long as one of you is in physical contact with her, the person in physical contact with her intends to bring her back, and she is willing to come. As long as those three conditions
Yeah.
are met, you're fine.
I will point them out anyway and say these
Yeah.
are the people we should avoid. They are, I think, with Atron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Stay away from
Good.
them.
Thank you, Wilde.
Mm-hmm.
Ursa, at the start of your
Wait for
match
the
with
timer.
Typhica, look to give her a handshake. And when she takes your hand, just say, "We're going now."
No. I have plan.
I trust plan.
I
Is it a
believe
bear
that.
hug? Oh, please be a bear hug. It'll be so soft and squishy.
No.
Cool. I love it. All right. Does anyone want to do anything else before the title fight?
Pray.
We'll do
Cool.
that.
So, Ursa, the Goliath comes over to you and escorts you to the entrance. And you see, the rest of you see a woman who is blue. She is a sea elf, so she has that like blue skin, kind of watery sort of vibe about her. And she's standing up in the box with Atron, and she speaks, and her voice is I want to say accelerated. That's not the word I want. Amplified. So that everyone in the arena can hear her. And she says, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a challenger for our championship. He is new in town. They call him Ursa. And he is basically a big bear man. And we cannot wait to see what he does to our delightful champion, who is, you will remember, currently unbeaten in this arena. Ladies and gentlemen, give a large Aldercastle welcome to Ursa from, she kind of looks at a piece of paper, Exandria. Like she's never heard of it. And Ursa, you are like pushed into the arena by the Goliath.
I will walk in willingly, and as I'm walking in, I'm going to use my shifter, and I'm going to take on a more bestial appearance, because I can do it once a day without raging.
Nice. Okay.
So
cool.
I sprout more fur. I get paws, not hands, with long claws, a long muzzle with bare teeth.
Wonderful. So the Goliath would have instructed you to like do a circuit and then stop on the other side as part of the showmanship of the thing. So
Yep.
You do that whole thing?
Yep.
Cool. You've done this before, so you know what you're doing. Make a performance check for me. Just for
Oh
fun.
God.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage because of your background in fight pits.
Well, that's a natural 20 for 22.
Oh, okay, sweet. Awesome. Nice, yeah, you do a great job. You're all kind of amazed by how much showmanship he has. And then she says, and now, our great champion of the circle, none other than Typhica, our very own Centaur. Please, welcome her back for what we all hope will be another amazing triumph. And Typhica comes cantering in, does like a full circuit of the whole thing, and stops across the way from Ursa.
I'm waving my banner.
Awesome.
Is it? I'm also going to yell what I told the party about, which is when it's the swell and everybody's yelling, I'm gonna scream, "Yeah, daughter of Ililia!"
Okay, I'm gonna roll to see if she actually hears you. Nope.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2, but she
Oh.
doesn't react. Okay, Ursa. Initiative,
Yep.
my dear. Oh,
22.
I have advantage on initiative. Hang on.
So do I.
You go first.
Cool. Okay. I look like I'm raging, but I'm actually not. I'm in perfect control.
Mhm.
I am going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. But I can also jump because of my bestial soul.
Yep.
Which actually allows me to extend my movement by jumping, which is great.
Mhm.
And I have to roll an athletics check, and I get to add that to it.
Mhm.
So that's an extra 23, so I think I make it.
Yep, you can reach her.
I'm going to aim to swing round her onto her back and just hold on, and then just whisper in her ear, "Are you willing to go?"
You're jumping on her back.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check.
Okay. 19 plus 8, so stuff, 27.
27.
Yep, okay. So you're saying, are you willing to go?
Yeah.
Alright. That's your turn?
And like literally I'm not taking any other action to hold a thumbs up to my friends if she agrees.
Okay, cool. She is going to... I'm gonna roll for it. She is going to rear up, and as she hits the ground again, she turns, and she's gonna go, yes, get me the fuck out of here.
Thumbs up to my friends.
Are you touching her?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
basically
on her
grappling
back.
He's still
I
okay. I didn't
hear
know
like
if he
a
fell
horse.
off. I didn't know if he fell off when she reared up. That's why I was checking.
So she is then going to do a really good show of like trying to toss you off, but it's not. Her heart's not in it.
I'd say the
all
word.
right, British person. Fuck's sake. Pick you from her back.
Okay. Okay.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Trying to get rid of you, but she isn't actually trying to get rid of you. She's just making a show of it. And
Okay.
that's her
I
turn.
will.
So if any of you want to do something, now is the time to do it.
Eerden, go.
Say the word. Bellatrix.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you say that, all of you, including Typhica, vanish from the arena. And just as it happens, you hear the voice from the blue woman going, "What the f-?" And then it's gone. And you are in the throne room. And Typhica is there and she looks up and she goes, "Oh, yeah, I should have realized. Get the fuck off me, bear guy."
Yeah, I was going to say, the moment we appear, I'm literally going to dive off and go, I'm so sorry. I didn't hurt you, did I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She just kind of side-eyes you
Ursa,
with
great plan.
a face that says, "As if." Pretty
Okay.
much. She's like, "Whatever, you didn't hurt me." And she looks at Titania and she goes, "Should have realized it was you." And Titania goes, "Typhica, dear. Welcome to my realm. Your mother will be so pleased that you are out of that terrible place. I hope it all went well, and without too much attention drawn."
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Casualties 0. Property
Very
damage
subtle.
0.
No one hurt. No one. Maybe some hurt feelings.
I hurt a rat.
And Wesley.
Wesley, who is
Emotional
Wesley?
damage from Wesley.
Oh, okay.
But to say that we didn't draw any attention would be a lie to you because we did pull her out directly from the center of the pit.
Oh, well, that's not subtle, but okay. I suppose if nobody died.
That's right.
I-
Focus on the positives.
I guess we shall see. If anything more comes of it, you didn't use my name anywhere, did you?
No.
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 No, we
Good.
did not.
No, we don't. No.
And Typhica says to her, "So, is my mum here?" And Titania's like, "No, she is still on Lamingdosa. She just asked if I would perhaps send a team in to get you out. Where would you like to go from here?" And Typhica's like, "Ugh. You know, I honestly don't fucking know. I thought that Aldercastle would be fun. Turns out they're a bunch of assholes." And Titania's like rolls her eyes and goes, "Well, I could have told you that, dear." Very well. We will have this conversation in a bit. As for you, wonderful people, thank you so much for a job very well done. You will all be rewarded with gold and the
sandwiches.
usual increases in ability and something special from me. And of course sandwiches. Although I believe that Morwen and Gur have some sandwiches going on at their house. Perhaps you should stop
Ooh.
by there.
Like,
I have
he's
to
already on the way
disappoint.
out the door. Us is already going.
Wilde wants to give Typhica her banner. For you, as
She kind
memory.
of takes it and she goes, "Thanks, I guess. It's not really, I wasn't really having a good time. I mean, the fighting was quite fun, but the whole pretending I was actually a horse thing was kind of insulting, not gonna
But
lie.
you were champion.
I'm always the fucking
for so
champion,
long.
Whatever. Be champion here? Oh, I don't know. She tends to carry. Gur could probably take me.
Well, you did good.
Thanks. Thanks, all of you, I guess, for getting me out of there. I mean, I would have got out eventually by myself, but, you know,
Mhm.
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Right.
You're most welcome. Welcome to the Horde.
You're welcome.
I'm not staying, but thank you. Maybe for a day or two. I kind of want to fight your bear guy. Do you think he'd be into that?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Anyone want to do anything before they leave?
Considering I've already gone, no.
Garen the
I
Blessed
will-
will just bow to the lady and leave.
clap Typhica on the shoulder. Bow to lady. Have a good day.
Indigo, as you are leaving, if you're leaving, are you leaving?
Eventually, but probably I'll wait for everybody else to clear out.
Okay. We'll get to you then.
Oh,
Rumi?
Rumi would hand Garen the Blessed a staff of healing before he
Oh, yeah.
left.
Okay. So
Oh,
Garen
yeah, I'll
the
take that
Blessed,
one.
do you have
Yep.
do you have it back? Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Eerden?
And then bow to the lady and leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay. So everyone's gone except Indigo. Were you staying for a reason or just
No, I just take up the rear, you know? Cool.
As you are walking out of the door, you hear the lady say, "Excellent first mission, Nibbling."
Oh, thank you, Auntie.
And Typhica's just like, "What the fuck's a nibbling?" That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
that's
folks.
all.
That was that was 2 barbarians, and you didn't actually have combat. Nice
Nope.
work. Really well
Ursa
done.
is very, very disappointed.
That was awesome.
Oh,
We're
Interesting.
totally
I
gonna
am
do. We're
disappointed.
gonna do an
for
Ursa
others.
Typhica fight because I
I
feel
was
like
gonna
that
say
would
we have
be fun.
to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be brutal.
For the
Think
record,
about how
she
excited
is
Ursa would be.
also a barbarian.
I figured.
oh.
With the hooves
I didn't
and the
steal
fighting.
anything.
Or
But
not. You also
you
didn't
did-
stab.
I
You
mean-
stabbed a rat.
You
stabbed
did
a rat
stab
guy.
somebody. So,
Technically,
yes,
we
stab.
stole a person.
That's true. You stole their championship
True.
fighter.
Like,
Yeah.
there was still
I
thievery.
think that counts.
That counts. All right. All right.
I imagine
yeah.
that Atron will see it that way.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my
It'll-
champion!
I'm sure
It'll really hurt
we'll
his
never
pay-per-view
hear from him
the
again.
pay-per-view buys. It'll help the merchandising. It's really going to cripple his business model, right? When you lose your champion like
Oh.
that, particularly if they've already got like a Sky Sports tie-in deal, pay-per-view's going to go down.
Yeah. Does she?
Yeah.
Does Typhica have like a belt that she had with her, like a championship belt, or?
You get writs of passage.
All right.
It's a piece of paper.
No.
You
she
get a
does
very fancy piece of
She
paper.
does have magic horseshoes though, because that was the thing I found. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm giving it."
Oh, that's cool. Because how often do you get to use those?
I know, right?
If they're the ones that I'm thinking of, they are seriously OP, and now I'm not looking forward to the fight.
That's awesome.
Tough.
Anyway. Okay, folks. Thank you, wonderful people, for playing this crazy game with me. This was very RP heavy, which I personally love, so I hope you had a good time with it. Everyone watching, thank you for watching. If you're one of the people who came in on one of our raids, because we had at least 2 that I saw today, which is freaking cool.
Wow.
If you're someone new to the Horde and you would like to get involved in this whole situation, we have a Discord. You can also join the Horde, so you can be one of these people who goes on these missions and does these things. All that information is on our website, sparabel.com, and is now dropped in chat as well. So you can go and have a look. It's great fun. So come and join us. Otherwise, we are here every Saturday morning, New Zealand time, Friday evening, rest of the world time, afternoon / whatever. And we do one of these each week. Most weeks. Next week we are doing the Gallows, I think, which is another rescue mission, except this time it's in like a Wild West town, which I'm really excited about. So they're going to go and try and rescue someone who is due to be hung on the gallows. So that'll be fun.
Not for them.
Yeah. Not well. Hopefully it won't happen,
Hopefully.
because hopefully that rescue will be as successful as this one was.
Yeah.
Likely.
We shall see. So yeah, have a beautiful whatever time of day it is wherever you are, and we will see you next week. We love you so much for being part of this crazy thing. Have a beautiful week.